And hello and welcome to Orange City, Iowa, here at Culver Field at Dave Malloy Stadium for this GPAC matchup between the visiting Doane University Tigers and the host Northwestern College Red Raiders. It's senior day, and we got a lot of snow welcoming us here on senior day. Shout out to our maintenance crew and baseball players as well for getting this field cleared off and ready to roll. I'm Jordan Smith, joined alongside Brian Weedy for this matchup, and it's going to be an interesting matchup. Northwestern comes in at 5-3 overall. 5-3 in the GPAC. Doane 1-7 so far, 1-7 in the GPAC, and we got Brian Weedy here with me. And Brian, I think that the Northwestern, I think they've found a groove here the past few weeks. I think they've played a lot better football, and I think a lot of that is due to Colby Duncan's played really well, but they've also done a good job of just getting it to Tanner Scout and helping him make plays.
Yeah, Tanner's been incredible, and Colby's been really doing a nice job of handling and controlling the football. But really for us, our defense has just been incredible, limiting opportunities for the other team. And, when the other team has a hard time getting to 20 points, you're going to have a chance to win, and that's what's happened the last few weeks for the Raiders.
And if we look at Doane here, too, Doane has a pretty solid offense, but they just kind of make some mistakes. And I think the Northwestern defense does a good job of forcing those takeaways. Sam Hartman, the Doane quarterback, he has a good amount of yards, over 1,500 yards. He's thrown 11 interceptions, though. So can the Red Raiders take advantage of that and try to make Doane make some mistakes and turnovers?
Yeah, for sure. The Raider defense has done a good job of creating turnovers, and Doane's given it away. 11 interceptions for the quarterback in 8 games isn't a great number, and at least one in every game. And then also for Doane, one of their struggles has been with the rushing game against them. And with the weather like what it is today, it's likely that the rushing game is going to be really important. So whoever can win in the trenches is probably going to put themselves in a pretty good position to win this game.
And for Northwestern, their leading rusher right now, it is Colby Duncan, and I really feel like one of the running backs hasn't really had that breakout game quite yet. I think Solomon T had a good week 1, but since then it's been tough sledding for the Northwestern running back. So can they win in the trenches, and can they do those things? I think it's going to be key. Colby Duncan also had a really good day against these guys last year. He threw for over 300 yards last year. So and I'm assuming Doane remembers that game quite well as well. So we'll get into that a little bit as the game goes along. We're going to have an interview with Coach McCarty here coming up. So we'll go to that, and then we'll be back here in a little bit. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Northwestern coach Matt McCarty joins me on today's pregame show as the Red Raiders get set for the final home game of the season this afternoon. Last week, 23-17 double overtime win at Midland, and I guess a typical Northwestern Midland matchup in Fremont.
Yeah, we always have some battles when we head down to Fremont, and and that was no different last weekend. And our guys were able to do just enough to find a way to win. I thought we made some big plays when we needed to, and really I thought I'm proud of our guys and how when things didn't go our way, how we responded to those situations, and just continue to fight and find a way. And it is a big win for us on the road.
Offensively, coming around, I think you're not putting up huge numbers, but you're starting to make some plays when you need to.
Yeah, and I think a big part of it is kind of playing to our strengths and what we're capable of. And I think our guys are starting to feel more comfortable, and our staff is feeling more comfortable about what we're good at and what we can try to do. And sometimes you just have to get the ball in our playmakers' hands. And we again last weekend short pass to Tanner Scout, and that turns into a touchdown. And those are things we just have to continue to do. As we can get the ball out quick and get that in our playmakers' hands, good things happen. I thought Colby made some really good decisions with the football, and I thought he did a good job of scrambling and picking up some big rush yards for us. And a big thing, I think, as the game went on last week was we got Solomon T going in the run game, and we were able to run the football effectively, and that's something we need to continue to improve on.
You had a great drive in that third quarter in response to a Midland touchdown drive to start the quarter.
Yeah, anytime that there was a challenge, our guys really responded well, and offensively went and put together a really good drive, a big drive to cap it off and get that lead back. And I thought we did a good job. Even in overtime, we turned it over at the end of the first overtime, which was tough, and you have a chance to win the game and end it right there. But then offense had to go right back out on the field, and they went down and scored right away. And I think those guys have really matured a lot over these last 4 weeks.
Defense continues to be solid. 5 sacks last week was big.
Yeah, the 5 sacks were huge, and aside from that, I think we pressured their quarterback or got to him on about 75% of their pass plays last week, and so even those when we didn't get him on the ground, the defensive line was, making their presence known and making their presence felt, and I definitely think that helps us on the back end. And that group is playing really well together right now, and it's something that they're taking a lot of pride in how they're playing and how they're preparing, and we're going to need a big game from them again today. I think those guys are going to be excited for the challenge.
Final home game of the regular season. It's a long season, but it goes by quick.
It sure does. It's hard to believe it's the last home game and the last time that these seniors and this team will be out in Corver Field this year, and it flies by. You look back in August, and it seems like it's a long season, and here we are in November already, and it's a final home game, and it's one of those I want our guys to be able to cherish every opportunity and just be present and play aggressive and play fast and compete with joy. And I think that's a big one is just enjoying the moments, enjoying the opportunities, and slowing yourself down a little bit to make sure you're taking it all in.
Doane comes in today with just one win, but that one win was big. They beat Midland, and they've shown some things that they do well. Absolutely.
Definitely a capable team, and it's one of those, they're a scary team, and like you said, they beat Midland, so they have a really good win, and they're one win, and that was on the road at Midland as well, and they've competed in some football games. They're young up front on the offensive line, and that's where we have to be outstanding on the defensive line. If that group can set the tone for us, that's going to be huge for us today. And then their quarterback is a good athlete. Like, he will run around, he'll make some throws. He's capable of making really every throw on the football field, and so we can't let him get confident. We can't let him get going. And if we can control the game up front, I think some good things will happen for us.
Their offense struggled to run the football, but like you said, their quarterback, Sam Hartman, was an all-conference player last year, and he can make some things happen for him.
Yeah, and some of the struggles in the run game is just due to the youth on the offensive line that they have, and they're not very big inside on the offensive line, so we need Jackson Hildebrand and Tristan Voss and Jacob Dragstra. Those guys need to be game wreckers for us up there, and those guys are capable of doing that, and those guys need to be tone setters, and we can't let Hartman get comfortable. He's a very capable quarterback. I was really impressed when we played them last year, and he was a true freshman, and just his poise and how he competed, and so we've got to be ready to make him uncomfortable today.
What will they run defensively?
Defensively, they're still kind of that 3-3 defense, and they're going to have 3 safeties and try to give you some different looks. The strength of their defense is their linebackers. Those guys are really athletic, really aggressive. They're going to fly around. I feel like Boggs' kid has played forever for them and is a really good football player. For us, we've got to be able to get bodies on bodies in the run game and just be consistent and persistent in terms of trying to run the football, because I think we can break some big runs if we do that. And then in the pass game, just taking care of the football, they're going to give you a variety of looks with how their safeties roll around, but I think we have some opportunities to attack them down the field, and I think we can create some big plays today.
They're -9 in turnovers on the year. Obviously, if you can get some turnovers, you have to feel like you're going to be in good shape.
Absolutely, and with the weather, I think a big thing for us is if we can get off to a fast start, and a lot of that will be just taking the football away, setting our offense up for some short fields. I think takeaways today and explosive plays are really key for this game, and I think we need to come out and set the tone, and I think we need to just try to play our best game this year so far.
Yeah, a fast start, if we can take some of the wind out of their sails early, would be big.
Yeah, anytime you're playing a team that's on the road late in the year, and they have one win, I think that's a big piece of it is setting the tone early and not letting them get comfortable, not letting them get confident. We got to make sure we're trying to play this game on our terms.
Hey, thanks, Matt. Good luck today.
Hey, thanks a lot, Doug.
It's Northwestern coach Matt McCarty joining me on today's pregame show. You're listening to Red Raider Football on KSOU.
And we'll welcome you back into Orange City. We'll take a look at these two teams a little bit more by the numbers. Statistically for Doane, we'll probably see their quarterback, Sam Hartman, 56% percentage, 1,526 yards, 7 touchdowns to go along with 11 interceptions. We mentioned earlier he has thrown an interception in every game. And then we'll probably see a couple different running backs. Blake Allen has 49 carries for 205 yards. Ryan Green has 49 carries for 115 yards. Sam Hartman has carried the ball 71 times, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Something that's interesting, Doane only has 3 rushing touchdowns as a team on the year, and actually 2 of them are from Sam Hartman, the quarterback, and the other one's from John DeRiso, a receiver. So a running back, as far as I can tell, has not had a rushing touchdown on the year. But Doane does have a couple of really good receivers to throw the ball to. I mentioned John DeRiso, 49 catches, 611 yards, 3 touchdowns on the year. Andrew Waddle, 42 catches, 589 yards, and 3 touchdowns for him on the year. And defensively, got some good guys back there for Doane. Reese Zudevern, 101 total tackles on the year. He's got a sack and a half, 2 tackles for loss. He also has an interception and a forced fumble. Jarrett Boggs is actually the next leading tackler, and he goes from 101 down to 59 tackles, but he's got 5 tackles for loss to his resume. Tanner Simdorn has 4 sacks on the year, and those are some of your main guys there offensively and defensively for the Doane University Tigers. And if we look at Northwestern here by the numbers, leading rusher is Colby Duncan. He's got 112 carries for 393 yards. I think sacks playing a factor in there a little bit, but he's got a couple touchdowns on the year. Solomon T, who we'll see today, he's got 47 carries, 161 yards, and a couple touchdowns there. We mentioned Colby Duncan. He has been throwing at if you round up about a 55% clip, 1,278 yards to go along with 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Tanner Scouten, he's finally healthy, and he's playing really, really well. 28 catches, 561 yards. He's got 6 touchdowns. He's had a great past couple of weeks. Carson Ness has also come on and played really well from Yankton, South Dakota. He got a touchdown against Mount Marty back in his own home field. 34 catches, 452 yards, 3 touchdowns for him.
Scored the game winner last week.
He did,
in
exactly,
overtime, yeah.
right. So, and even watching that game as well, Brian, as we bring you in here. I mean, it was interesting back and forth, that overtime win against Midland, and really cool to see them battle some adversity again, like they have really this whole season, and come out with a big overtime win there.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. The Raiders looked like they had to win a couple of times earlier in the game, and then really found a way to allow Midland to stay in the game, and then eventually won in the second overtime. The first overtime they stuff Midland, and Midland doesn't score, and then Duncan fumbles the ball inside the red zone. When we're in field goal range to potentially win it, but then they respond right back. They come back in the second overtime. You get the ball first after taking the ball second in the first overtime, and responded with that touchdown to Ness, and then the Raider defense held again, and gritty win. That's something that this team's been pretty good at ever since that Briar Cliff game. They found a way to compete with less than ideal situations with the offensive bus, getting into that accident, and found a way to beat Morningside in a real gritty win. So, Northwestern's been doing some good things the last few weeks. Another different test this week with the snow and all that stuff. It's just all kinds of different things happening.
Yeah, absolutely right, and it's really cool to see. I mean, they found a way to win that Briar Cliff game with 6 of their 10 offensive linemen that traveled hurt. And one guy I think we want to bring up is obviously it's Tristan Voss, a guy who has had to play both ways. You never really see that a lot at the college level, asking a guy to play both ways. But these past few weeks he's been a really good offensive lineman, and he's still been a difference maker on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah,
he's been doing an awesome job, and one of our strongest workers and strongest guys in the weight room, and fifth-year senior, obviously, so he's been around. Pretty incredible to watch someone doing that in the interior line at the college level. Like, it's not like, the wide receiver and DB from Colorado on the outside. Like, he's doing it where it's getting real physical every single play. And he doesn't play every play on defense, but enough that it's pretty noticeable.
Yeah, and I had the opportunity to be Tristan Voss's teammate. I can verify he can squat the house.
Yes.
I've seen him in the weight room. Him and Jacob Draxler are pretty incredible in theirs. And you just saw the Raiders take the field, do their pregame prayer. We got the national anthem here coming up, and so I mean, Brian, I think as we look at this game too, I mean, we talked about it a little bit when we first came on. What do you think are some keys to the game here for the Raiders if they want to come away with a win today?
Yeah, I think whoever leads the statistical category of rushing yards is going to win this game. And Northwestern hasn't been really attacking the rush as far as running game with running backs the last few weeks. A lot of their production on the ground has come from Duncan in broken plays or designed scrambles for him. So, yeah, it'll be interesting, but I think that's going to be the key.
And we got the national anthem coming up. We're gonna step aside and we'll have the national anthem right here.
Of our national anthem.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we thank you for the gift of this day and for the opportunity to gather as a community in fellowship and competition. We ask your blessing upon the players and the coaches of both teams, the Raiders and the Tigers. Grant them safety, strength, and sportsmanship as they compete. Be with the officials as they lead with fairness and wisdom, and with the fans as they cheer with respect and gratitude. May all that takes place on this field bring honor to you, the source of every good gift. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Raider football.
You're a difference maker. That makes you different.
Success matters, but you care more about succeeding in ways that matter.
Want to be confident, prepared, ready to lead a life that stands out?
You belong at Northwestern College.
Lead and serve.
Be smart and strong.
Courageous and faithful.
Build community and experience belonging.
Our promise. You'll stand out at Northwestern.
You'll learn to be great, not for your glory, but for God's.
Not for yourself, but for others.
You'll be equipped for your career, for God's call on your life.
For success, for significance.
Be a Raider.
Because Raiders stand out.
And we welcome you back into Orange City a couple minutes here before kickoff. And, Brian, we were talking a little bit before our break. I think just how key this game is going to be, I think, defensively for Northwestern. I think it's a game that's going to be one in the trenches. But also, I really think just really that front, 4, 5, or 8. And, Ben Egley's been really good this year as well at linebacker, and Jackson Smythe as well. So what are some keys to the game there when it comes to them defensively?
Yeah, I think it all starts with our defensive line with Dragstra and Voss and those guys on the D-line, Lane Kinney. Like, it's those guys create the problems, and it starts there, and then the linebackers really doing a good job of flowing to the ball. And yeah, we've seen it all year from our defense. Man, they're tough. They're tough to score against.
Yeah, Jackson Smythe leads in tackles with 55. He's got 4 tackles for loss. Fritz has 40, and Jordan Carter's been really good too. He's been made some awesome plays, few interceptions, a couple pick sixes on the year.
Yeah, Jordan Carter's been electric as a freshman DB on the outside against usually their top receiver.
And so we just finished up the coin toss. We're about ready to go, and shout out to the Raider fans for braving the cold out here. And we got a lot of
it's a little sparse.
Going.
Yeah, it's a little sparse today, but it makes sense. And women's basketball is going to be playing here pretty quick. Got men's basketball on campus also today, and then women's volleyball playing in the opener of the GPAC tournament. Cross country ran this morning. Got a lot of stuff happening.
Been a busy day for SID staff too. I can't imagine the day that Bradley Lackman's had today. So, but we are about ready to go for kickoff. And it looks like some good news. I see Austin Gerard jumping down there as well. So it looks like Austin Gerard might get some playing time or get a little bit more playing time. And
yeah, that would be awesome. He's not listed on the 2 deep that we were given, but that doesn't mean that he won't get out there.
And so the Raiders will receive the opening kickoff. Doane will obviously be the one kicking off.
Not too windy. Like, despite the snow, it's not too windy. There is a little bit of a north-south, but the flags on the goalposts really aren't blowing like we've seen this year.
It is November football.
November football. Here we go.
And the kicker raises his arm, and we are about set for football in Orange City. And there is the boot. It's a short one. Bounce at about the 14, picks up their far side, and making a couple moves, and it'll be tackled at around the 25-yard line. And here comes the Red Raider offense.
Yeah, it was a weird kickoff. Didn't look like there was a ton of effort put into it, and bounced right at the 20 and picked up for about a 10-yard return, 15-yard return.
And here comes that Red Raider offense, which has just found ways to make plays the past few weeks. A few explosive plays here and there, but here's Duncan with Solomon T to his left. I believe no Gardner Casey today. Going to pitch it out to Solomon T, left side. He's got room, and he breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet as he's brought down at about the 48-yard line. And we said that running backs got to get more involved. There's a good way to do it there.
Yeah, heck yeah. And Solomon T, the Tigers had a little Solomon T sandwich, but couldn't bring him down. And both guys bounced right off him, picked up another 10 yards. You can see it right here on the replay. Snuck between them, and then both guys just bounced right off him, another 7 yards after the hit.
So here come the Raiders again. One receiver left, 2 right. And we're going to get a false start here. Looks like Tanner Scouten jumped a little bit there. Looks like he's excited to play in the snow a little bit, maybe.
See if we can hear the official.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. Stop.
We got Corver Hupke on that.
Corver Hupke. Take that back.
Yep.
I thought I saw Tanner jump a little bit over here, too.
Maybe could have been one of those. Yeah, we both got it. They got to call one number.
So similar formation here. Fake the handoff.
Oh, Tanner's wide open.
Oh, my
gosh, that's a touchdown. That was 7 points. Oh, man. Oh, gosh.
And
that's a throw that has to be made.
And just a little bit overthrown. I think Tanner says is probably going to tell you, well, hit my hands. I gotta.
He still almost came down with it, but man, here's a look at the Doane defense.
And Reese Sudavern, he's their stud. He has over 100 tackles, so we might be calling his name quite a bit. Take the handoff to T. Duncan, good pocket, steps up, throws across the middle. He's got it's through the hands of Ness. And so Raider receiver struggling a little bit. I don't know. I think typically on these cold days, the ball's a little tougher to catch. It's a
little slippery.
Colder. Kind of hard as a rock sometimes, but at some point, the Raiders got to adjust.
So we got one on the quarterback, one on the wide receivers, but the passing game not connecting. And now third down on what all should be positive plays. And Gerard is out there at the bottom of your screen.
He had over 200 yards when these two teams played last year. 10 catches for 212. Here's Duncan. Design quarterback run. He's got room across midfield, and he'll be taken down at about the 46. And I got to imagine, I'm assuming the Raiders are going to go for it. I feel like that's a call thinking, let's try to make this a manageable fourth down.
Yeah, that's for sure it is, too. Like 4th and 2. What a great job of putting themselves in a good position.
Really, the whole point of that play is trying to get, everybody on the defense to kind of run up field.
Yep. They did a nice job of spreading them out.
So fourth down, we'll call it about 2.
Big play early in the game. Some confusion here for Gerard.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing a lot. Maybe he hasn't been as used to knowing the formations. And a flag called, and Coach McCarty not pleased. You can see him down there. Maybe
did he call timeout? He might have called timeout. That'd be an electric move. Doesn't seem like it.
Prior to the foul. First charge timeout.
All right.
Northwestern.
Well, they saw the confusion too, and just that was way better because it would have been an illegal motion. We had two guys moving at the snap, and what a cluster.
And so the Raiders, looks like a sloppy start here.
Sloppy start, yep.
And so, we got off to a good start. That run by T. And, really, in reality, it probably should be 7-0 Raiders right now.
Right. No, it should be that first pass to Scouten. He was 5 yards past the guy with no safety over top.
It was a good play call, good play design. Just a little too much on it.
Yeah.
But thanks to that timeout, we keep it at 4th and 2. I think this is also
on a situation like this. Do you change the play or do you keep the play the same?
I think
you showed your hand a little bit,
right? Yeah, you kind of showed. I think you got to think about changing the play. I personally think, but if Coach Fakema has enough confidence in it, run it, right?
Yep. So it looks like the same formation. We'll see if Gerard goes in motion here pre-snap.
There he goes in motion. Duncan back to throw.
Oh, he
throws it wheel off the hands. He was looking for Caleb Moore.
That was a first down too.
He had Gerard open in the flat on the other side.
Guys.
Maybe that wasn't quite his first read.
Oh my gosh, that's a frustrating drive. You can see Gerard's open for the first down.
The pass, open over here too.
Yeah, that's a first down if we connect.
So now the Raider defense, like we mentioned, has played really, really well this year. Can they come up with a stop? And we get the first look at Sam Hartman, the Doane quarterback. Blake Allen to his right. Bring Allen in motion, right to left. Here's Hartman. Hartman chucking it deep. Down the far side, that is going to be broken up. And it looked like that was Yeltema.
Yeah, Luke Yeltema really didn't know where the ball was. He was face guarding the wide receiver, but saw him raise his hands and just put his hands in the way and got a deflection there.
And there's that Doane offense, like we mentioned. A couple good wideouts. Wado and DeRiso have each combined over 1,100 yards on the year. So Raider DBs need to make sure they are locked in this afternoon. Back to passes Hartman, little screen out here near side. and he's going to be shoved out of bounds. There's
That's
Waito,
Waito, yeah.
like we just mentioned. 42 catches, 589 yards, 3 touchdowns on the year. And now a good position if you're the Raiders here. And you got about a 3rd and 6.
Yep, 3rd and 6. Really, the running game has not been an option for them pretty much all year. Not anything significant, so you got to expect that this is going to be a pass as well.
3rd and 6 for the Raider defense. Empty set, trips out to the right, 2 to the left. Hartman back to throw. He's got pressure. There's Jacob Draxler for the sack. He had no chance, and a great play by Jacob Draxler.
No, Draxler was in the backfield before he could even get his feet set. Like, he was still into his drop. You can see Draxler in the middle of the line there.
Oh,
and
just beat the center.
He just whiffed on him. Yeah.
And that's so tough because you got to worry about Draxler. You got to worry about Voss on the inside. Couple all-conference guys.
Oh,
it's just
high
tough.
snap.
Oh, it's blocked! And it's still
on the
free,
ground. It's
still
still
on the
loose.
ground. And it's picked up by Doane, but the Raiders are in business inside the 20.
Yeah, that was a disaster from the start. The high snap really messed with the timing of the punter, and then he couldn't get it on his foot.
Looked like it was Camden Cruz that might have. It looked like Doane recovered it. Let's see who got it on the block. It was a bad snap that kind of ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, and then he bobbled it. 13.
13.
Yep.
That'd be Brody Van Regenmorter.
That's awesome. Well, now we're inside the People's Bank red zone. Good opportunity for the offense. See if they try to stick to the running game here for a couple plays.
Well, they've been working a few different running backs in. Looks like that's Eli Carpenter. Here's Carpenter on the carry here, left side. He's got room. And I'll bring it inside the 15 to about the 13. So we've seen Carpenter, we've seen Solomon T, and we've seen Caleb Moore so far for the Raiders.
Footing must be a little bit unsure because it looks like guys are kind of still going a little bit slower than normal. It's a wet snow, so the turf may actually be wet.
Take the handoff, Duncan, lobbing it in for Tanner Scouten. Scouten, did he get a foot down?
I don't know.
No, he did not.
Well, they can look at it.
And we might have a look at it
Yeah,
here.
we'll be able to get a good look at it.
Not a bad throw. I can't tell from that look.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know if Xander's able to slow it down to the catch.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders, and you feel like, you had the momentum on your side. You feel like you need to get 6 here just to get some confidence in your offense.
Yep, for sure. A lot of different options.
Back to pass is Duncan. Good pocket. He's got room. No, he dumps it off to Remerdy. Remerdy shoves his way forward for
That's going to be a first down. Yep. I feel like he could have ran it for the first down, too.
That works. Looks like he's maybe trying to get some good passing stats, maybe. I don't know. More worried about his passing stats than his running stats, maybe. So that'll set up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal from about the 5.
It has been snowing. You can see the snow on the screen. It has been snowing consistently since the morning, but the snow is not sticking onto the football field.
Duncan going to keep it himself left side. He's got room, and he's got a Raider touchdown. Touchdown, Colby Duncan. Raiders strike first.
Yeah, pretty simple quarterback run right there. Spread everybody out. Nobody in the middle of the field. Just walked into the end zone. Untouched.
We'll take a look at it. I believe they pulled the guarded tackle here. Yep. Called that 1GT back when I played here.
A little 1GT quarterback run. Get all the offensive line insights.
Exactly, yeah. GT, guard tackle pull.
Yep.
Here's Gianna Bennett on for the PAT. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 Raiders will pause. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Northwestern 7, Doane 0.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch. Everyone's favorite buffet.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Premier Communications, the Van Engelhoven Insurance Agency, Orange City Ace Hardware, Diamond Vogel Paint, Iowa State Bank, Pepsi Lynn Pepco, Security National Bank, Matt Legg State Farm Orange City Health System, American State Bank, and C&H Body Shop. Thanks for being on the team behind.
And welcome back into Orange City. Here's Cabango on for the kickoff. And he boots it. It'll land at about the 14, taken there. Some room up the middle, but it looks like Jordan Carter tackled him with his back there. He ran into Jordan Carter's back.
Yeah, that's
It was Blake Allen on the return, and he's down here.
I wonder if that was Solomon T, because that was
It could have been T.
That was a little thicker than Jordan Carter.
Yeah, look at that. I think that might have been Solomon T. Ran into a brick wall.
Yeah.
And so we had injured Doane player here now, and if you look at the Raider defense on the last possession, a really good possession, 3 and out, then a sack from Jacob Dragstra. I think if the Raiders keep Doane in those third longs and their defensive line can just tee off, it's going to be a long day for the Tigers.
Well, for both teams, the passing game has not been much of an option, and Doane, in their first 3 plays, showed no indication of an attempt to run. It'll be interesting to see if the pendulum swings back to the other side and they maybe go with a couple of run plays to start this drive to maybe get Dragstra a little more worried about, or some of those defensive linemen worried about a run play.
And Ryan Green in a running back now for the Tigers. Man in motion left to right. Hand it off to him on an outside zone play. And he's going to be tackled at around the 30. So a good gain, 5-yard gain there for the Tigers.
Yep. And, that's how you got to slow down these Raider D linemen. If you let them just get up the field because it's a pass rush, you're going to put yourself in a really tough position. We've seen that from a lot of teams this year.
Not bad pursuit by the Raider defense. Kind of that I guess defensive left, right side of that Raider D line kind of got collapsed there a little bit. Second down at about 5. Just going to swing it out here left side. Some room, and he'll get close to a first down. That was Ryan Green again.
Yeah, essentially a rush there. I don't know if they are calling it a backwards pass or not, but
Mark Green just short. And we're bringing Tristan Voss back in the – oh, yes, we are bringing Voss back in the game. Dragster will come out.
And they did give him a first down.
Oh, they did give him a first down. They did move the chains.
Did not look like he had a first down to me, looking at it. And this is like the one area of the field we have the best view. We're sitting right on the 35.
Nonetheless, the first down of the game for the Tigers. Trips out to the right, none to the left. Fake the handoff. Back to pass is Hartman. Hartman facing pressure. Dumps it off across the 40. And he'll be tackled at about the 44-yard line. That was number 81. That was Derek Anderson, the tight end out of Palestine, Texas. Second down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, really nice job of standing in the pocket and just enough protection to give him the time to make that read on the tight end. A little delay.
After the high snap, gets it off to Ryan Green, and Green is close to another first down, and they're going to move the chains again. So kind of a methodical drive here for the Tigers.
Yep. Every 10 yards. It's hard for offensive coordinators to do that, just march down the field. Sometimes they get a little impatient. That's when you see a mistake happen. They try to take a shot somewhere, and get away from what's been getting them those first downs, and then there's an interception or a big sack that puts you behind the sticks or something like that.
See if the Raiders can come up with that big sack. Fake the handoff. Here's Hartman facing pressure, rolling out to his right, across the 45, and he's going to run out of bounds across midfield to about the 43, 44-yard line.
Well, we almost called it. Flushed him out of the pocket, got a nice gain from it, but the Raiders coming around almost got there. Here's a look at that tight end delay again.
Second down and about 1. We'll call it about 2nd and 2. Trips out to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Hartman. Hartman's screen pass to Wado, breaks a tackle. And Andrew Wado has a first down. And so it's just been these simple 5, 6, 7-yard plays, and Doane's been driving right down the field and chewing a lot of clock here.
Yeah, and they're going no huddle, getting on the ball right away, not allowing the Raiders to sub, which is exactly what I would do if Voss was out there and I'm coaching against him.
Handed off right up the middle, some running room. And that's Ryan Green again. A gain of about 3.
Now I got a chance to get him off the field.
Take a look at that play. Not a bad job by the right side of that offensive line. Kind of collapsing that defensive line down. Kind of looked like a power type gap scheme. Second and 7 for the Tigers. Man in motion left to right. Here's Hartman. Hartman nowhere to go. Flush, rolls out to his right, throws on the run. He's got Wado. And Wado looks like he's got a first down. They're moving the chains again.
Moving again, yep. And just taking chunks at a time, small chunks, little bites. 5 yards, 3 yards, 10 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards. Raiders defense has actually been playing okay. Really good job of the secondary. That's a long time to be in coverage. And once he gets outside the pocket, it's hard not to look at the quarterback.
Hartman fakes a handoff, throws it to Wado again. Wado up the sideline. And not a bad job defensively again, like you said, but still, it's 4 yards.
It's 4 yards, yep. And that's kind of been what the Raiders, if they have a knock on them, it's that they're going to allow teams to move the field, but usually they clamp down once they get close down here into the red zone. This is where it'll be challenging, a little bit more challenging for Doane, hopefully.
2nd and 6, ball at about the 24. Man in motion right to left. Here's Hartman. And he's sacked. Jackson Hildebrand tried for a screen, but Hildebrand smoked him.
He got through there pretty fast. Had to have run some sort of stunt because I don't know how he had that much head of steam getting through there.
And
Dragster maybe did a twist, and just both of them got into there. Nope.
No, it was just
they
a straight rush.
blocked.
Just beat the center. Just beat the center to the spot.
Yeah, they didn't even get blocked. Neither one of them.
I wouldn't want to block him either, but
yeah,
you got to at least try.
That's Josh Davis would like to say sometimes, our offensive line needs to fall down slower. I don't know if he was talking about you or not, but.
Back to pass is Hartman. Hartman throwing here near side over the head of his intended receiver, Ryan Green. And a great job, Raider defense clamping down after giving up a few first downs.
Yep.
The Tigers are kind of at a weird spot. It's 4th and long, but they're at like the 34, 35-yard line. So you almost feel like they have to go for it.
That's what they're going to do.
Hartman, got the Raiders to jump. It's going to be a free play here.
I don't see anybody. There's no
throwing
flags.
It deep, and Jordan Carter got pushed to the ground there.
There's no flags. There's no flags.
No, there's no flags at all, really. All right. So the pass fell incomplete, and the Raiders take over. Well, let's take a look here. I think that's Lane Kenny, top of your screen. It's interesting. I think we got away with one.
We definitely did. That should have been I don't know what they were. That's like textbook.
Yeah, that's encroachment.
If hard count, snap it when he's offsides. I don't know if they can review it. They must not be able to. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Because you understand why they took the deep shot. They thought they had a flag.
Yeah. I think I would not be happy if I was on that sideline as well.
We'll see if the Raiders can take advantage of it. Two receivers
Haven't
to
seen
the left here.
Oh, we've seen a couple flags.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Hand it off on a sweep. Some running room as he cuts it up. That is Caleb Moore again. He's gotten the ball a couple times, and you feel like with Gardner Casey out of the game, he's a guy that they're going to bring into the mix here.
Yeah, and did a really good job on the jet sweep. Looked like he wasn't going to get much. Ended up picking up 4 or 5 yards.
By Caleb Moore, gain of 4 yards, goes out to the 37-yard line, brings up 2nd and 6.
That's kind of the role that Braden Bosma was playing before he got injured.
2nd and 6 for the Raiders. Solomon T back in the game. Fake it to him. Duncan keeps it right side. Duncan cuts it back, and looks like he's got enough for a first down.
Yep.
That's something Duncan's been really good this year since he really took over that starting role. These quarterback runs, these read options, he's been really good.
On the stop, number 20, Aaron Reyes.
Yeah, good fake, good read.
Yep. A really nice job. Got to the sticks, got down, got back up.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders, their 3rd possession of the game. Got Sam Remedy back in the backfield. I'm sure he's loving that.
It's been all over the place.
Handed off T, right side. He lowers his shoulder, and he's got a gain of about 3. So some tough yardage for Solomon T. And you feel like that's got to be kind of his role. Really, this game is he's getting the tough yards.
Yep, just picking up 3 yards on 1st and 10. Like shortening the distance for us. Remedy kind of set the edge there a little bit, or attempted to. Played left guard a little bit, or left tackle.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly right. So he's been all over the place.
Yeah. Fullback, tight end.
Back to pass is Duncan. Duncan throwing it. Tried for a back shoulder throw to Carson Ness over there. Falls incomplete. Not bad coverage there by the Tigers.
No, that coverage was good. The throw, there was nothing there. Like if that was a back shoulder throw, it was pretty poor. Like it was to the inside of Ness, almost like he thought he was going to run a slant.
One thing I will say, the Raiders' offensive line's played pretty well. I think Duncan's had some good pockets here so far.
For sure. The run game's been able to pick up positive yards on most attempts. Be interesting to see what they do here, 3rd and 7.
Bring Scout in motion right to left. Duncan back to throw. Another good pocket. He's got Scouten open across midfield. Can he make a play? Yes, he can. He cuts it back. And he just barely gets a first down. You feel like
he had it.
It's like Tanner, north and south, Tanner.
That's the I'm fast guy trying to run around people. As you can see here, the 48 is the first down mark, so he has it, and then he retreats. It's like, no. And thankfully he gets hit forward.
Griffin Schneider hit him forward to the center. Kind of did his guy a favor there. Similar set with Remedy, the backfield again. Fake the handoff. Here's Duncan. Another good pocket throwing across the middle. Here's Gerard across the 20, and he has got himself a touchdown.
Ka-chow!
Touchdown, Red Raiders. Welcome back, Austin Gerard.
He loves playing the Tigers.
He does. He had over 200 yards last year, like we mentioned, and he scorches him again.
And the Tigers only rushed 3. Like, we got a couple guys standing there to block, so there's 8 guys in coverage, and Northwestern still finds a pocket and then outruns them to the end zone.
I feel like this offense has really come alive, I think, really with 2 weapons that Doane has to try to take care of. Here's Gianna Bennett again on for the PAT. Snap good, spot is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. Raiders lead 14-0. We'll take another break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Orange City Area Health Systems team of physical therapists and sports medicine physicians offer a broader range of evaluation and treatment for injuries. Our doctors have expert training in musculoskeletal ultrasound, which helps diagnose the cause of the problem, allowing them to provide more precise treatments. Often a combination of medical treatment and therapy is used to produce the optimal outcome. Get back to feeling and performing your best faster with the sports medicine team at Orange City Area Health System.
And we welcome you back to Orange City. Giovanni Kabungo on for the kickoff. 14-0 Raiders lead here in the first quarter. And Kabungo, shorter kick down to about the 30. It's fair caught there at about the 32-yard line.
Wasn't sure if he did the fair catch sign right or not, so he caught it and just went to his knees just to make sure I don't get hit.
You know, that's debated, right? We had Cooper to Gene for the Hawkeyes a year or two. You never really know what a fair catch is these days.
Coach McCarty's still having a conversation about running into the kicker there on that extra point.
Okay.
Didn't really like that Gianna got ran into.
All right, do the Tigers have a response? And a motion right to left. They got some good things going in their last drive. Handed off on a jet sweep, and there's another 3-4 yards for Ryan Green.
This is a tough spot as a coach because you probably need to keep running the ball to move it, which we saw their last drive. But down by 14, you feel like you need to score quickly, and you need to start really getting into things. And sometimes you get out of what's been working. But a couple-yard gain there.
I think with it being a 14-point game, you're still in the first quarter. You don't necessarily have to get desperate, I would say. Hand it off right side to Green again, and Green has a few more yards to set up a pretty manageable third down here.
Yep. You just over the years, we've seen it against the Raiders. Teams feel like they have to try to grab momentum back and sometimes do a little bit too much instead of slowly moving the ball down. A couple runs here from Doane is good, gets them into a third and manageable. It's been a key for Northwestern kind of in their last, 6-7 years that they've been so dominant in our conference that they get a lead against somebody and then they just are able to pile it on because teams try to grab momentum back right away and can't, and then the Raiders have the ball again.
So that brings us to the end of the first quarter. We'll take another break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Chose Northwestern because of its reputation as a great Christian college with great academics. The academics here at Northwestern are the perfect blend of rigor mixed with realistic expectations, and it comes from professors who are top-notch and willing to have fantastic relationships with students. They believe that faith and scholarship can be integrated and are not independent, and so I've grown tremendously as a student and as a Christian through that faith integration.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Fairway, Subway Orange City, Joyner and Zwart Dentistry, Vanderburg Homes Furniture and Flooring, Joe's TV and Appliance, Four-Way Roofing, DNL Plumbing, Northwest Realty, and Sioux Center Health. Thanks for being on the team, behind the team.
And we welcome you back into Orange City. Big third down here. If Doane wants to keep pace with the Red Raiders, it's going to be 3rd and 5.
American State Bank is a proud supporter of Red Raider athletics and our local community.
3rd and 5 for the Tigers. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Back to throw is Hartman. Throws across the middle. He's stuck by Egley. And it's right at that first down marker. They're going to give him the first down.
They're giving him first down, but the chains need to not leave. There's a penalty. The official on the sideline over there, he needs to get his stuff together. Like, he can't be telling them they got to move. Good grief. The chains on the far sideline completely left because the official is waving them on.
Holding. Offense. Number 53. Taking out from the previous spot. Replay.
So holding calls are going to bring the Tigers back, and we were just handed some of the stats from the first quarter. Duncan had 67 yards and a touchdown. Solomon T had 24 yards. Colby Duncan another 24 yards. And then 4 different Raider receivers with a catch. Gerard had that 44-yard touchdown. And then Remerdy had 1 for 9, Scout, and 1 for 10. So good start for the Raiders. But 3rd and about 15. Back to pass is Hartman. Going across the middle. He's got his tight end. He's got a lot of ground to make up. He almost gets there, but a good tackle by Egley, and that'll force a 4th down.
That was Anderson again on a kind of a tight end delay. He started on the left side. Nope, he didn't delay, just a little short route. Good rush from the Raider D-line again.
4th and 3. Here comes the Doane punting unit.
Oh, boy, it's over his head.
Bad snap. He's got to do
race.
something. And he's just going to fall in the end zone and take his safety. So the second bad snap of the game cost Doane, and it's an easy 2 points for the Raiders.
I mean, that was feet over his head.
And so the Raiders will take the easy 2 points and possession of the ball.
Manute Bull maybe could have caught it.
Maybe. Possibly.
Might have had to jump.
How tall is he?
He's like 7'7".
7'7", yeah, maybe.
That's a pretty tall individual. You ever seen anyone over 7 foot? Have you stood next to someone that's over 7 foot tall?
I don't think so.
I don't think I have either.
Maybe the tallest person I've seen with my own eyes, maybe Alex Van Kalsbeek.
Okay.
Maybe.
Mading Thok played basketball for us.
Okay.
He was like 6'11", and he was tall. That's tall.
I'll tell you what, maybe some of the viewers know I work for Kettleland. I'm a reporter there. Rock Valley superintendent did a lot of coverage down there with the flooding. I think he's 6'9".
Okay.
And so that's not very often where I had to look up at somebody when I'm interviewing them, but he might be the tallest person I've been around.
He maybe could have caught it if he jumped good. It was way over his head. Probably not.
And so the Raiders will probably get good field position here as well, depending on the kick.
Yeah, they got their heels on the 25-yard line just to start. And they're teeing it up. Usually we don't see them tee it up.
Usually it's like a punt.
Yeah.
It's going to die at about the 45. It's going to be taken by Dylan Schillinger, a defensive lineman, and Schillinger's chopped down at about midfield. And he saw his opportunity and took it. Good for him.
Yep. That's awesome. He stood up, fired up, flipped the ball to Coach Gramstead. I didn't know what to do with it.
Didn't look bad running the ball there.
No.
Good ball security.
Flips it to Gramstead. That's awesome.
It's like, what's Coach Gramstead going to do with it?
All right, we're on the right side of the 50 here.
So good field position once again here for the Raiders. Going to bring a trips, bunch that out to the left, one to the right. Hands it off to T, and T's got a couple. And one thing I love, I don't know if you could quite see it on your screen, but we had Tristan Voss finishing a block here about 15 yards downfield. You can see him jogging back. That is, for a guy that started playing offensive line at the college level 3-4 weeks ago, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's the left guard over there.
Right guard, I should say.
Right guard,
There's Voss. See that?
Yep.
That's awesome. So actually no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Giving Remedy left to right. Fake the handoff. Duncan steps up in the pocket. A good ankle tackle by, that was Lucas Christensen. But Duncan gets a few. I feel like if Christensen doesn't get that ankle tackle, I think Duncan probably gets a first down there.
Yeah, he had room to run because T was blocking downfield, and this is one of those situations like we saw earlier where maybe Northwestern on 3rd down is just trying to get 4 yards, 5 yards.
So maybe Coach McCarty's in the headset telling Fakma, hey, you got 2 plays to get 8 yards here. Fake the handoff. Duncan. He's got a man wide open. Gerard. He's got him. Breaks a tackle. Gerard to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Ka-chow.
Thrown a little bit behind Gerard, but Gerard
thrown behind him, yep.
Makes the adjustment, breaks a tackle, and the Raiders open up a 3-score lead on the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, if he would have thrown it over the top a little bit more, Gerard would have caught it in stride. It would have been an easy touchdown, but instead he kind of had to high step and avoid a defender, but still found a way to get in there.
It's good to see him out here having fun and playing well.
Well, it creates problems for the teams, for opponents, if Gerard and Scouten are running around out there.
Batted on for the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll take a break. Raiders jump out to a 23-0 lead. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
There's nothing like small-town Iowa. There's something about the people, the community, the values. That's why we call Northwest Iowa home. We're here for our community. We're here to build a better tomorrow. We continue to provide personalized service and innovative products to help achieve your financial goals and dreams. At Iowa State Bank, we're your neighbor, your friend, your trusted bank.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
And welcome you back to Orange City. Raiders out to a 23-0 lead. Still pretty early in the second quarter. And Kabungo with the kickoff. A good one this time inside the 5. Just barely caught. And some room up the middle. And the tackle made, I believe, by Dylan Schillinger.
He's flying all over the place.
Yeah, good for him. And, when I was here, he would usually terrorize the offensive scout team. So,
yep. Lots of energy.
So, good to see him out here making plays and getting some playing time because he definitely deserves that opportunity with the amount of effort that he would give us on the scout team. So,
yep.
Good to see that. First and 10 from the 27. Doane's got to make something happen. You really feel like on this drive. Harmon, screen pass out to Wado. Wado breaks a tackle, but he's
just nowhere to go.
Yeah, just pursuit by the Raiders, right? Yes, the first guy didn't get him, but he slowed him down enough for the rest of the Raiders to come in and make a play.
And what we've seen, Northwestern's really okay with giving up 3 yards. Like, they're okay with that.
Especially up 23 points.
Yeah, and teams won't take 3-yard chunks the whole way down the field. Like, they just don't do it.
Hartman, good pocket this time, but he's rolling out to his right. Has a couple yards. He'll dive forward for a gain of about 2 or 3. So really, this Raider defense has played well so far. Gave up a few first downs a couple drives ago, but they've really tightened up here. An opportunity to force another 3 and out. Third and 5 from the 32. Here's Hartman facing pressure, gets it out, and he's got no chance. Great job by the Raiders It was Blake Allen back in the game, but he only gained about 1, and the Tigers are forced to punt again.
Just nowhere to go. Just nowhere to go. Well, we'll see if we can get a punt snap to him
that goes smoothly.
Yeah, that we can get. So Doane's tried to punt twice. We got one over his head for a safety and one that got blocked. It's setting Northwestern up inside the red zone.
Good snap this time. Right on the money. Gets it off. Bounce at about the 44 and stop right there. And that's where the Raiders will take over. I feel like also Northwestern's done well offensively, but they've been winning, the field possession game,
heck yeah.
I think, too.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
they've been set up in good spots really this whole game.
T-shirt cannon time.
This
they're
was
just throwing it now.
Oh, that's
no
lame.
cannon.
And they added that after I left, so I feel like they added all the cool stuff after I graduated.
We were just waiting for you to leave. It's like once he's out of here, now we're going to do the cool stuff.
Couple backs in the backfield again. Looks like we got Lane Mawson in the backfield, but it's going to be a fake handoff. Here's Gerard again. He is terrorizing the Tigers. And he's got a first down, but a flag on the field. It looks like
thrown very late.
And the Raiders are backing up.
I don't know what that was. Is someone illegally downfield? Why would they be throwing it so late? We're going to find out here shortly, I bet.
Illegal man downfield. Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
Well, there you go.
That's a little tough as an offensive lineman. I couldn't quite tell if they're running some sort of RPO, because if that's the case, then you're run blocking.
Right. Yeah, hopefully we're not on a pass play. We're not running downfield. Sometimes on screen plays, the ball will go across the line of scrimmage.
And Carson S. almost lined up off sides there to the near side, but trips out to the left, one to the right. Bring Remedy motion left to right. Back to pass is Duncan. Duncan a good pocket again, rolling out to his left. Duncan makes a man miss. He's going to gain that penalty yardage back and then a few more yards.
Runs out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Northwestern.
2nd and 9 here now for the Raiders.
Chase out of bounds by number 21, Jakarian Jackson.
Really good job making the first guy miss. Looked like it was going to be potentially a loss, but found a way to get 6 yards. Sundquist kind of whiffed on the tackle there from the safety position.
Duncan fakes a handoff. Throws over the middle for Remedy. He's got Remedy. Look at the big man go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That's awesome.
And just a simple throw across the seam. Nothing fancy about the route that Remedy ran.
No.
It's a good play design, and
they put it on the money. Sam had to catch that ball.
Right.
He was going to catch that ball.
A great throw, and then
he put
the wheels.
Put his head down. Just outran Jarrett Boggs to the end zone. Little one-on-one. Love to see it. Dean, if you're listening, I don't know, man. We got 29 points with 9 minutes left in the second quarter.
And now we have 30 points with less than 9 in the second
30
quarter.
points in the first, what's that, 21 minutes of football? I'm just saying, Dean.
Good start for the Raiders. We're going to take a break. You're watching Red Raider Football on the GPAC Network.
All athletes need energy to perform at their best. That's why Scooters Coffee in Orange City is a proud sponsor of Red Raider Athletics. Whether it's the grind of late night studying, that post-practice pick-me-up, or a reason to hang out with your friends, Scooters Coffee is there to fuel Northwestern athletes in all of their endeavors. Open 7 days a week, stop in and grab whatever fuels you off Highway 10 in Orange City. Scooters Coffee, a proud sponsor of Northwestern Red Raider Athletics.
We welcome you back to Orange City. Orange City Area Health System is your partner for safe, skilled, and essential services. From family medicine to behavioral health, sports medicine to therapy and rehab, surgery to senior care. They offer the right care and the right place at the right time at Orange City Area Health System. I haven't read that ad read in a long time. I think I read that a lot when I was calling games here, and I think I know it by heart at this point. And there's another decent kickoff return. Looks like another tackle by Dylan Schillinger. That was Blake Allen on the return. And here comes the Doane offense, who you really feel like they're kind of playing their game a little bit on one of their drives, and they got a couple first downs, but now they're just throwing completely off their game, I think, of what they want to do.
Yeah, for sure. Now we're probably getting to that point where you just got to try to settle in and see what you want to accomplish.
We got a little distracted. There's a chunk of snow that fell off the press box. Luckily, it landed on somebody with an umbrella.
Look like a big snowball.
Handed off right side. Not a lot of room. Gets a couple yards. Does Blake Allen.
Yeah, I imagine, I haven't played football in a really long time, but I imagine being on the other side, on Doane's side, 30-0 in the second quarter in a season where you're 1-7 can start to be pretty tough.
Yeah, morale probably can't be too high over on that sideline, but here's Hartman rolling out to his right, facing pressure. Ball thrown out of bounds. And that'll bring up a third down.
Playing for a lot of pride. Just a wholesale change for the Raider defense. Looks like almost like they're putting a punt team in.
You go back to your point about Doane too. I really feel like, I mean, there's also something to say about just like being around the same guys.
Yeah, for sure.
In a locker room.
You love to compete with your brothers.
Yeah, I think there's some pride in that. We'll see what happens here if they just kind of say, look, I mean, we got to at least come out and do the best we can to finish out this season.
You know, on the flip side, Northwestern's, they got to win out to make the playoffs. You know, so this game is super important for them, and they've been playing really well so far.
Looks like a double A-gap blitz from the Raiders. Hartman throwing across the middle. He's got his man Waito, and a big first down for the Tigers.
Really nice route. He's been so good for them this year. He's been good for them today.
Yeah, he's been really, I mean, very outstanding today. And timeout on the field. I think we'll go ahead and keep it right here. And you mentioned Doane. Waito's been good. I don't know if they had that catch on their stats right now, but 6 catches, 36 yards. Doesn't show up a lot in the stat sheet, but he's been
picking up first downs.
Right, picking up first downs and getting those chunks of yardage like we mentioned earlier in the game. Like, you know, getting 3-4 yards. That was key for them a couple drives ago, but they're going to need more than that.
Yep, they're going to need more than that now. And yeah, the timeout here, I suppose, was just to kind of get everybody back together. Like I said, Northwestern subbed in a bunch of guys there in the middle of that drive, and now just giving them a chance to kind of calm everyone down, like, all right, get your feet under you. We just need to get back to what we can do. It's like Dragstra's not out there right now, and some of the guys that we're maybe used to being out there.
I think part of that's also just kind of trying to be smart with your guys, too. You're up by, I mean, obviously the game's not even close to over, but you're up by 30. You want to be smart and make sure that they're healthy.
Raider fans, let's hear it for this standout Raider on Levi Lecce.
And if you heard in the Nat sound, they just honored Levi Lecce, my former O-line coach. Talk about him in a second. Here's Hartman, swings it out over to the right, and he's got a gain of about 4 or 5. That was number 11 on the catch. That's John DeRiso. But more about Levi Lecce, the offensive line coach here for a couple of years, and really one of my favorite coaches I've ever had. Now the principal over at MLC Floyd Valley.
Great guy. Great guy. Well, no huddle back at it here for the Doane offense.
Handed up the middle to Allen, and Allen's close to the chains. And they're going to move the chains.
Yep. Bringing Dragstra back in. Coming in for Tristan Voss.
So 1st and 10 as Doane crosses midfield. Hartman. Thrown across the middle, and it's knocked away.
Unintentionally, but it still counts.
And that was Lala Mandir. I heard Lonnie say the name. I was scared to say it until I heard Lonnie say that.
Yeah, he's been all over the place for Northwestern. Lala Mandir's been awesome. He didn't know he was going to get a pass breakup right there, but he did.
Well, I think part of it, he probably saw the tight end's eyes get a little wide and probably just put his hands up.
Trying to sneak it into tight coverage right there. Hartman.
Headed off to Allen right up the middle. Levi Egley makes a great stop. And I feel like Levi Egley's been pretty good, too. For the Raiders
awesome.
from that rush spot.
Yeah. Both of the Egleys have been awesome.
And his brother Ben, I remember his first start. He had to start for Tanner Olson, who was hurt. And I remember, I think that might have been at Doane. That might have actually been at Doane. And I remember Ben getting 2 interceptions that game. So really, since his freshman year, he's been an impact player for the Raiders.
It's a pretty decent start. 2 interceptions in your first game.
Here's Hartman back to throw. Throwing across the middle. He's got his tight end wide open. And he's going to move the chains for another first down. And that's Derek Anderson, who's made a couple good plays.
Yeah, he probably leads the team in receiving yards. He's done a really nice job on those finding that just in front of the safeties.
And a bit of a weird handoff, but Allen got it, and he's got a gain of about 5.
Yeah, that wasn't in the breadbasket. That was more like at the belt buckle.
4-yard gain down to the 32-yard line. On the stop for the Raiders, number 27, Jackson Smythe.
So second down and about 6. And you get a look at that replay.
We're seeing Doane move the ball like they did for that one drive, and then kind of got to this area and stalled out.
Can the Raiders get some pressure like they did that other drive? Handed off on a jet sweep, and there's nothing doing there. That's John DeRiso on the carry. So a great job by the Raiders. They're trying to run it into the boundary there. The Raiders right there. Good job stringing it up.
All of them. Third and 7.
And this is a situation where this Raider defensive line can try to tee off. I mean, Voss is in there. Hildebrand's had a good day. He's in there, too. Caden Meyer there at the top of your screen. Ben Bregenmorter to the near side. Hartman facing pressure. He is going to go down. I believe we're going to call that a sack. Yes, he did lose some yardage. It was Hildebrand and Van Regenmorter on the stop. Let her bring up 4th down, and the situation where Doane probably has to go for it.
Yeah, you got to go for this at the 34-yard line.
4th and 8 for the Tigers.
Tristan Voss kind of collapsed the pocket, and then, a couple of guys right there.
4th and 8. The Raiders tee off again, and looks like Hildebrand jumped there. They got the flag on the offside. They're going to throw it deep, and it's going to go incomplete, but the Tigers are going to take another shot at it.
Yep. A couple times, good hard snap count.
And you understand it. I feel like as a defensive lineman in that situation, you're kind of licking your chops.
Yeah.
You know it's a pass, and you want to get a good pass rush, and also a good situation to do a hard count.
Licking your chops, that's like a great time to talk about Pavlov's dogs. You know that they're passing, so you got that steak right there, and you're got to lick the slobber up from your mouth. Like you're ready to go. I can smell the steak. The button's been pushed. The ding is come. I know it's coming, and then you jump off sides.
Yeah. 4th and 3 for the Tigers. The Zion quarterback run left side, he's short. Great job by the Raider defense. Bend but don't break, and the Raiders will take over at the 27-yard line.
Sam Hartman He's taken down short of the line of the game. Raiders
Pulled a guard, brought a tight end in the block, but just great job flying the football by the Raiders. Raider fans help support Red Raider Athletics by joining the Raider Athletic Association. It's the team behind the team that supports our 550-plus student athletes. Go to nwciowa.edu/join-RAA to join today. Here's Solomon T back in the game. They're going to pitch it to him, similar to the first play from scrimmage. T cuts it up, and T has a gain of about 6 or 7. T's run the ball pretty well today.
He has done a nice job. Raiders just need to complement what Duncan's been able to do in the passing game. Like, he creates enough problems with his legs that the Raiders are going to pass the ball, and there's going to be some natural runs from the passing game. But we got to be able to find a way to run the ball, and T's done a really good job with that today.
So 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. Fake the handoff, a little hitch to Ness. Too hot and too high, I would say, for Duncan.
Yep.
Duncan's pass is incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 4 for Northwestern.
If you're watching in the stands here at Raider at DeValois Stadium, I apologize for this, what I'm about to say, but we had to turn the air on in here. It was getting a little stuffy.
It was a little stuffy in here. Empty set here for the Raiders. 5 wides, trips out to the right, 2 to the left. Duncan back to throw, throwing across the middle. He looks like it might have been tipped, but he missed a throw there to Ness. And I believe that's the first.
A little hot, too.
A little hot, yeah. And the Raiders are staying on the field. No, they're going to bring their punt unit on. So I feel that might be the first 3 and out all game.
I think it is.
And that might have gotten tipped. Hard to tell from that replay.
Oh, a little hot, too, I think. Like, he really tried to get it in there quickly.
I haven't seen a lot of Luke Yeltma punting the ball today. Good snap back to Yeltma as he gets it away. High end over end. Bounces to the 25, takes a Raider bounce. Inside the 20 to about the 14.
Yeah, really good job. Really good job.
That's where Doane takes over, 1st and 10.
Love to see that.
So good punt by Yeltma to, pin the Tigers back. And, it's interesting, I mean, what the Raiders have to do with just saying, hey, you're a DB, but can you punt for us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's been serviceable this year as a punter. Like, done a really nice job. I don't know how his stats line up against the rest of the conference, but I feel like he's had some really impactful punts for Northwestern, and really good job stepping into that role.
And so the Tigers gotten a couple different drives going, but the Raiders have forced them to stall. Can they get something going here before halftime? And I believe they get the ball back coming out of the second half.
Yeah, so you got to try to be aggressive to try to score here.
Hartman faces pressure, steps up, throws over the middle. What a play by Ben Egley. Perfect form tackle.
Oh, my.
And
that's the
Derek
one,
Anderson again.
That's the one that you put on the how to tackle video, but that was really physical.
And we'll take a look at it here. Oh, Egley read that perfectly, and he just, my goodness. I mean, that's how you teach it. That's how you teach someone to tackle.
It wasn't a targeting, and it wasn't. And I mean, he put his shoulder pad right into his chest, and yeah, I mean, he got up. Derek Anderson's up, and he's walking around, and I imagine he got the wind knocked out of him pretty good right there. Like, his rib cage got collapsed into all this stuff, but he's walking around. He's storming around right now.
So after all that, it was still about a 2-yard gain. And handed off on a jet sweep action. That's read beautifully. That's number 15. That was Zach Vandergein on the tackle.
On the stop.
And no gain. And Zach was here when I played. He's kind of the old man on campus. Good to see him come in and make a few plays. And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute timeout. We'll also take a timeout. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Broadcast is brought to you. This broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Connected Electric, Scooters of Orange City, People's Bank, Huber's Plumbing, Heating and Air, The Yard Bar and Grill, the City of Orange City Health System, Pizza Ranch, Trans OVA Genetics, Sekisui Aerospace, Mulder Auto Tire and Repair, Hampton Inn Orange City, and New Day Consignment. Thanks for being on the team, behind the team.
And we welcome you back into Orange City. Just coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Doane faces a 3rd and 9 coming up here against the Raider defense. That's been pretty good all afternoon so far. Hartman back to throw. That's tipped to the line of scrimmage. It's going to fall incomplete. And not sure who got his hand up there, but a good play nonetheless.
Yeah, really nice job. Can't get to the quarterback. Put your hands up.
We'll get a good look at it here probably. That was Dylan Schillinger. Got some pressure in and tipped the ball away. Good for him.
He's having a heck of a game. His name's getting said a lot on special teams, and that's good for Dylan.
And whistles, and looks like Doane wants a timeout, and looks like the Raiders are set for good field position again here.
Yeah, they're kicking into the wind. Although not super windy, but windy enough. The punts going to the north really haven't been that good, or kickoffs going to the north.
The Raiders begin conference play tonight against number 8 seed Mount Marty.
So a lot of things going on here in Orange City. We got women's basketball today as well. We got men's basketball. I'll be on the call for the men's game later. GPAC quarterfinal volleyball too, and their volleyball team obviously playing really well. They're GPAC regular season champions. So a lot to be excited about if you're a Raider fan today.
A lot to be excited about. Raiders undefeated again in the GPAC for volleyball, ranked number 3. Women's basketball tip off at 2 o'clock. I don't know what time it is now. About an hour they tip off. Men's basketball game at 4, and then volleyball at 7. Lots of action on campus.
So in for punt formation. It looks like Caleb Moore is going to receive the kick. He's not even at midfield. His heels are about the 48-yard line. And they get the boot away. And Moore is going to dive and catch it at about the 42-yard line. So I feel like if you're the Raiders, I think if you go down and get a touchdown here, I feel like you feel pretty good about maybe putting some of your second string guys in the second half.
For sure. We do have a flag on the play. He looks like the official wants to talk.
First down, Northwestern.
I didn't see that flag get thrown, but holding on the Raiders there. Did you see it on the field?
I didn't quite see it. It also looks like, I was watching the offensive huddle down there for the Raiders. Looks like Austin Gerard was in there initially, but my guess is they're like, okay, Austin, like you played well, but we might have to shut you down a little bit.
Good job.
So that's going to bring the ball back to about the 47-yard line.
First and 10 Northwestern from the 47-yard line.
Bring a motion over to the left. Going to fake the handoff. Duncan back to throw. Another great pocket. He's launching it deep. He's got a man out there. It's caught for a touchdown. That's number 84, Connor Slava, just checking into the game. And he's got himself a touchdown.
Another freshman from Yankton. That was a great throw. That was a great throw. Kind of crossing deep post routes from Scouten and Slava, and maybe we can see it down the field here, but those two guys crossed, one going each way.
It's a great play. Something about the Yankton receivers. They're teaching them right over there.
Yeah.
And Yankton going to play the state championship game here this weekend, too. They won last night. So.
And Coach McCarty's been going over there to Yankton to talk to their football club for a long time.
And Bennett on for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. 37-0 lead for the Raiders. We'll take a break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
So Northwestern 37, Doane 0.
Into Orange City. We were talking about it at the break. Colby Duncan's having himself a day. 7 of 14 passing, 223 yards, 4 touchdowns. On top of all of that, he's leading the Raiders in rushing. He's got 5 carries for 32 yards. Has a rushing score, so he's responsible for every Raider touchdown today.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
5 touchdowns in the first half.
And Kabongo boots it away. Taken inside the 10. And a good job by that kickoff coverage unit to tackle him inside the 25-yard line. So, probably my favorite part today is saying Kabongo's name.
Kabongo, yep. Giovanni Kabongo. Lamar's dual sporter, played soccer and football this year.
Good for him. Back when Eli Stater was here, he did that a little bit too. Yep. Soccer and football, and now Eli is kicking for South Dakota State. He's doing a good job. So, all right, can the Tigers get something going here? Hartman back to throw, rolling out to his left, and it's going to fall incomplete. Looking for
that's our guy. He's back out
again. Derek, it's good to see him back out there. Hopefully, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yep.
When Egley hit him.
There's a few guys doing the Division I thing from Northwestern, moving on and getting that extra year of eligibility like Stater is at South Dakota State.
And Jalen Gramstead, who now all of a sudden I think he's their backup quarterback after
Yeah.
Raiola got hurt, and who knows what happens. Who knows what could happen, right?
Yep, who knows what could happen.
Hartman back to throw, facing pressure again, avoids it. Rolling out to his left now, and he's finally taken down from behind by, looks like that was Tristan Voss in there. He was in there initially, did not give up on the play, and gets a sack there to set up 3rd and long.
Yeah, got up and chased him down, and
beat the guard initially, and got up and got him from behind. Just love he's always had a good motor like that.
Oh, man. So the Raiders, as we got an injury here, also at the University of Kentucky, a former soccer player, Alex Ruiz, is there. He's actually leading their team in points. He has 18 points for the Wildcats in SEC play, which is pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. Luke Robleski from the baseball team. He's up at South Dakota State. I'm sure there's a few
getting
others.
ready for his first season here, coming up in a few months. So,
yeah, kind of with all that stuff that was happening with NCAA with the Vanderbilt quarterback, the guy's got an extra year of eligibility.
So 3rd down and 11 coming up here for Doane. I feel like it's been a long first half with all the scoring happening.
Except the 10-second runoff. The clock will start on the snap.
So we just probably heard from the official, a 10-second runoff.
Did they reset the clock? Did they have them change the time on the clock?
Hartman rolling out to his left, facing more pressure, running for his life, now back over to his right. Looking for anywhere to go, and he's going to be taken down right there. That was number 29 in there, Jalen Hines.
Taken down by number 29, Jalen Hines. Short gain on the play. Brings up 4th and 9.
The Raiders took timeout there.
Why not try to get another score?
Timeout.
And it also looks like they got the win at their backs. Like I think they want to take one more opportunity to maybe take a shot with the win at their backs because they're probably going to get all right field position.
Yeah,
punting into the wind like we talked about the last possession.
Right, last time they punted from about this area and the ball landed at the 44-yard line. So, if they get a 30-yard punt here, Northwestern's going to have really good field position.
Medicine to behavior health, sports medicine to therapy and rehab, surgery to senior care.
So we've seen probably, would you say, the best offensive performance so far from the Raiders in the season?
At least at home, for sure. Yeah, the Raiders look, they're firing on all cylinders offensively. They have done a really good job. Duncan's, would you say, 220 yards passing on 7 completions?
It's ridiculous.
I think maybe early in the year, Northwestern didn't throw the ball down the field as much as they should have, and they kind of started doing that against Briarcliff, and that's really opened up some things for them.
Some of that is, too, Tanner Scoutlin's been a little hurt, too, and Austin Girard, and they have him back, and I think you're seeing the difference that makes. Bad snap again, and almost blocked again. And it's going to fall at about the 48-yard line. So, again, tough for the punt team for Doane, and now Northwestern has good field position.
Yeah, the average starting field position has been so far in favor of Northwestern.
That was a 3-and-out for your Red Raider defense.
So a minute and a little bit of change, and it looks like actually Tristan Voss is not going to play guard this drive. It looks like Caleb Noweski is going to go in and play a little guard. And you can't see it on camera, but he's chilling on the bench just in front of us here. Looks like he's
the only one on the bench. If he had an ottoman or something to put his feet on, he would do it, I bet.
Fake the handoff, Duncan. Duncan throwing out toward the sideline to Remedy. That's broken up. And a good play defensively. That was number 21, Jakarian Jackson. And Jackson's had a good year, too. Coming in with 3 interceptions, a couple tackles for loss. Makes a good play there.
What do you think about the noon kickoff?
I don't mind to get up a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
To make the drive up down here from Sioux Falls. I don't mind it, though.
It's kind of nice, especially when there's other events going on campus.
Fake the handoff, Duncan. Lobbing it up, Remedy again, just overshot him. And Remedy had a couple steps. He almost got another long touchdown.
He did. They just couldn't quite connect.
So now after a couple throws, it only took about 8 seconds off the clock. It's 3rd and long, and they got Austin Girard back in the game too.
we putting the spotlight on him right here on this play?
I would say so. If
Yeah.
I was watching this game on Amazon Prime Thursday Night Football, I think the spotlight would go right on Gerard.
Right on Gerard. And scouting on the
they're both on the same side here.
So watch this route combination. One of these two picking up the first down.
Take the handoff, Duncan.
Let's just
Stepping
go deep.
Up, throwing it up for Scouten. Scouten has got it for a touchdown. What do we say? Put the spotlight on Scouten, on Gerard. Scouten has another touchdown.
Well, Duncan was.
We got a flag. Oh, no. I think I heard a couple boos in there.
There's a few boos.
Holding. Offense, number 69. Taking our penalty from the previous spot. Replay, third down.
You're going to get Owen Junker on the hold there.
Yep. I wonder Xander's got a good look at it. Gosh dang it.
I mean, it was a great ball.
He's up
Great
top.
move. Let's see.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
If I'm on defense, I probably want that called.
Yeah.
He did pull him down. Do it again. Got
Let's
Scott in the
see.
same spot. Safeties are backed up a little bit more.
Just going to try to screen to Scouten. He's got room, cuts it back, cuts it across the field again.
Oh.
Now turns around. I mean, I get he's trying to make a play, but Tanner, go north and south, man.
Tanner Scouten on the scramble. Takes the ball to the 40.
And Lonnie just called it a scramble on the PA system. I think that's what you can call it.
You could call it. I think you can call it that. They're going to take a time. Oh, yeah, we're underneath, so we can just let the time run out here in the first half. That was quite the scramble.
And like you mentioned, Raiders don't have to run another play before halftime. They're just going to let the clock roll on out. About a 3-second difference between play and game clock, and we are at halftime. Good first half nonetheless for the Raiders. They lead 37-0. We'll pause. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
Some football scores from around the GPAC. All of these scores in the first period. We have Midland leads Dakota Wesleyan 10-0. Morningside on top of Mount Marty 14-0. Northcliffe leading Waldorf 7-0. And Concordia and Dort, they're scoreless.
Welcome back to the Raiders Coaches Show presented by Iowa State Bank. I'm your host, Noah Godsoll, and I'm joined today with men's basketball coach, Coach Koima. How you doing today, Coach?
Good. It's a good day.
Well, Coach, hot start to your season so far. You're 4-0. You've scored over 90 points in every single game. Third in the NAI in field goal percentage. What have you liked from your team offensively?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we're sharing the ball well. We have a group of guys that are really unselfish. We have a group of guys who've bought into playing together, taking the right shots, finding the right guys, and putting guys in the best spot for them and their skill set.
Yeah, and I know with you being a new coach as well, we're going to see new things. What's kind of the big focus in your offensive game plan that's really boosted this offense?
Yeah, we're trying to get out in transition, and we have a unique lineup where with Jesse at the 5, he's a guy who can rebound and push. He can handle the ball a little bit, and so I think where we're at now, we've put defenses in a tough spot with guys who can all be out on the perimeter and handle the ball and shoot the ball, and sharing the ball at a high level at the end of the day.
And won all of your games so far this year, had a couple challenges, but a super tough month of November that's coming up for you. 4 of your next 7 games for November are against teams who made the national tournament last season. What are some areas that you're looking to improve leading into these matchups?
Defense. We got a guard. Yeah, I'm really excited about the challenge. We're going to play some teams that are really going to test us and put us in situations that are good for our growth. Yeah, we got to get better on the defensive end of the floor. We're going to continue getting better offensively as well, but I really think we got to grow our identity on the defensive end of the floor and really buy into getting stops.
And when it comes to working on the defense, what are some of the specific things that you're focusing on and things that you're working on with the team in practice to improve that?
Yeah, I think our communication and our physicality that we're able to play with. We have a relatively young group, especially with Caleb that's been out. We have a freshman and 3 sophomores and a junior that's starting. And so with that, you have some growing that you can do. We have some learning that we can do. And we have a group of guys that want to learn, they want to get better, and I don't have a doubt that they're going to show up every day wanting to do that.
Yeah, and with these challenges that are going to come up and challenges that you've had so far in the season with the games that you've had, how is that going to prepare you for late in the season when it comes to conference tournament or potentially national tournament play?
Yeah, we're hoping we get pushed, and we're hoping that we continue to grow. We're hoping that we're put in situations that make us uncomfortable and cause us to adjust and cause us to grow up a little bit throughout the year. And I think that when you look at our non-conference schedule, and then of course the GPAC, we're gonna have tough games every night. And we're gonna have a young group that's pushed and challenged, and I think that that's only going to help us as the year progresses, for sure.
And a big thing that people are talking about with sports now is the mental aspect of it. And coming into the season, picked first in the GPAC in the preseason poll, 8th in the national poll to start the season. How do you help your team stay mentally strong and not get complacent where they are, and especially with those numbers and those rankings that are so public?
Yeah, we talk about it a lot, that we're only guaranteed today. Every day that you wake up, it's a gift from the Lord, and we have to use today to the best of our ability. So we hope to continue making a conscious effort and a mindset that all we have is today, and let's make the most out of today and find a way to get better today. And the results will take care of themselves, but we have to find a way to get better.
Thank you, Coach. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some individual players here on the Raiders Coaches Show presented by Iowa State Bank.
There's nothing like small-town Iowa. There's something about the people, the community, the values. That's why we call Northwest Iowa home. We're here for our community. We're here to build a better tomorrow. We continue to provide personalized service and innovative products to help achieve your financial goals and dreams. At Iowa State Bank, we're your neighbor, your friend, your trusted bank.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Welcome back to the Raiders Coaches Show presented by Iowa State Bank. I'm your host, Noah Godsoll, joined by head men's basketball coach Colton Koima. Coach, we just talked about the team as a whole, but I wanted to bring the focus to some individuals. And the first guy I want to talk about is Isaac Cordes. Caleb Booth out to start the season, and this was kind of a late thing. And what have you thought about Isaac just stepping into this bigger role and as a freshman, just starting his college career, and he's been super solid. No turnovers so far, and he's averaging 31 minutes per game.
Yeah, he's done a great job. To be quite honest, leading up to our first game and through our first few scrimmages, I don't think we expected Isaac to play the minutes he's played, and I don't think Isaac expected to play the minutes he's played, and we had those conversations, but Caleb goes down. We need somebody to step up, and Isaac's stepping into that role. And the thing about Isaac is, like you said, he's super solid. He doesn't try to do too much. He knows where the ball needs to go. He takes care of the ball, and then if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down. So he's done a great job of understanding what we're trying to do offensively and defensively, and accepting this new role that's thrown at him. And I think it's only going to help him as the season progresses. His role will change a little bit when Caleb comes back, and he knows that. But the experience that he's getting, he wouldn't have been able to get it any other time, and so we're really excited about the experience he's getting.
Yeah, and jumping into college basketball, it's a big jump from high school. Just can you highlight how impressive it's been that he's been able to just jump into this role and looks like he's fit in and has been playing college basketball for a while?
Yeah, for sure. We tell a lot of recruits this, and in high school guys too, but the physicality and the speed of the game is what is always an adjustment, and especially for his size. I mean, he defends with a physicality at a guard position that's really impressive. And then, like I said, on the offensive end of the floor, I mean, he gets the ball where it needs to go, and he knows where his open shots are going to come from, and he's prepared a lot for those moments and for those shots that he's going to get, and he's done a great job.
Yeah, and switching over to probably the biggest name on your team that everyone's always talking about, Jesse Van Kalsbeek. There was obviously very big expectations for him this season, but it seems like he's almost been exceeding that so far. 33.3 points per game. He shot 69.3% from the field and 12 rebounds per game. Since you've come onto campus, what type of growth have you seen from him in the offseason up until the season has gotten started?
Yeah, he's just hungry. He wants to get better. He's not complacent. He's really driven to improve every single day. And throughout the summer, even, in our short times together, he knew what he needed to improve. He knew what he wanted to improve. He's really versatile, but he's really coachable too. And we hold him to a high standard, but he holds himself to a high standard, on both ends of the floor. And I don't think he's sitting here, satisfied with where he's at. I think he just wants to keep getting better. And he wants to be the best player that he can be, but he also wants to have the best team that he could be around. And so he's really hungry individually and collectively as a group.
And another guy, you see him with Jesse all the time, Jalen Langsey. He's also seemed to have taken a step up this year as well. 29 points per game, 56.9% from the field, and 4.3 assists. What have you liked overall out of Jalen so far?
Yeah, I think Jalen really keeps us flowing and moving. The pressure that he puts on the defense from the perimeter, obviously with the way he can shoot it, but the way he can handle it and get into the paint and create for others. He's really taken a step as a decision maker. I look at his game a year ago, he could really shoot it and he could really score it. But this offseason, he really improved his ball handling. He really improved how he reads the defense with the ball in his hands. And he's made his teammates better, and even in our conversations together, there's still areas that he can grow and keep getting better with the ball in his hands. And so I think he's excited about that. He's in the same boat. He's really coachable. He wants to get better, but more importantly, he wants to win, and he wants to be a part of a team that succeeds. And for both those guys, Jesse and Jalen, we can talk about their stats. We can talk about all the things they're doing individually, but I know that both those guys care about winning, and I know that both those guys care about the team's success much more than their individual success. And so that makes it fun, and that makes it enjoyable for coaches and for teammates.
Yeah, one more guy I wanted to bring up, your big offseason pickup, Manny Hammonds, transferred from William Penn. Statistically, he's been super efficient for your team, but it just seems like he's making an impact all over the floor. What have you seen from Manny outside of just the stat sheet?
Yeah, complete buy-in. I think while we were recruiting Manny, we were very honest with him in that he probably wasn't going to be our leading scorer. He probably wasn't going to be our second leading scorer, but he knew what he was getting himself into. He knew the role that he was coming into, and he's fully embraced it. And I think that that's the hardest thing sometimes when you're changing programs or transferring is accepting a role or maybe a different role than you had before. And he's done it with no complaints. He's done it, with a great attitude and an understanding of what he was getting himself into and complete buy-in, which we're really excited about.
Yeah, and a big thing with Manny, a big reason why he got Raider Athlete of the Week this week, too, was his performance in the clutch against Clark. I mean, just having that instinct and that attitude, I mean, how big is that for a basketball team?
Yeah, he brings some experience, for sure, and we talked a little bit about it. We have some inexperience in our lineup right now, and he's played in a lot of college basketball games. He's a junior. He's played in some big games. He's made big shots before. He's competed at high levels, and we saw that against Clark. I mean, he found himself open, and he found himself with opportunities to make big shots in big moments, and he came through and did it, which was really exciting.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to talk a little bit more about Coach Koima. But we'll be right back after this break here on the Raiders Coaches Show, presented by Iowa State Bank.
Looking for that perfect home? There's more to it than finding that perfect house in the perfect neighborhood. It's also important to find a personal banking experience that makes you feel right at home. At Iowa State Bank, we get that. That's why we're here to personally service your loans and make that dream home become a reality. We're your neighbor, your friend, your trusted bank.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Welcome back to the Raiders Coaches Show, presented by Iowa State Bank. I'm your host, Noah Godso, joined by head men's basketball coach Colton Koima. Coach, 3.5 weeks ago, you welcomed a second kid into your family. From what I've heard, I'm not a parent or anything. I'm not a head coach, but I've heard both of those things can be extremely stressful. How are you balancing all of that?
Well, I have a wonderful wife who's kind of balancing the act at home, probably more than what I am. But really good people around you. I think that's the biggest thing, and an incredible blessing, obviously, to have our second child and a healthy baby. Wouldn't trade it for the world. It's way better than basketball. Even though I love basketball, it's way better than basketball and way more important than basketball. But to answer your question, really good people around you, really good coaches that are with you, and a really good wife. That's how we're balancing it.
Yeah, and since you've been hired back as the head coach, been in Orange City for a little bit longer now. I know the last time I saw you asked the same question, but after having some extended time back, how does it feel to be in Orange City again?
Love it. Love it. It's awesome. This is home. My wife and I view Orange City. We view Northwestern in particular as home. It's a place that we love. It's a place that we really, really care about. It's a place that was life-changing for both of us. It's a place where we met, so we've spent a lot of time in Orange City, even before moving to Sioux Falls and now moving back, but wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's home, and it's an awesome place.
And it's the most beautiful campus in the state of Iowa.
It is.
And Coach, coming back, taking over a program that was under Chris Corver, he's here for 25 years. I mean, he's had such an impact on Northwestern. He's had such a big impact on Raider basketball, and even nationally as well. He's now an NAI Hall of Famer because of his coaching. What has that transition been like, where you're taking over something that has been so set for so long and starting the new Koima era?
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys say the Koima era and all that stuff for your guys' social media and whatnot, but I don't think we view it as that. I think Coach Ben Miller and I, we just love the program. We love Coach Corver. Our experience in our 4 years separately in the program, and then as assistant coaches, it was life-changing. Coach Corver was somebody that the Lord placed in our life that really changed our lives for the better. And to be honest, we don't think about Koima, Corver era. We don't think about any of that. Our biggest thing is we want Northwestern basketball to be the best it can be. We want to create an experience for our guys that's life-changing like it was for us. And we want to create an environment where our guys can grow. And so at the end of the day, we show up every day and we hope to make this place better. We hope to make Northwestern basketball better. We hope to make the alums proud. But we hope to just keep improving this thing and getting to where it needs to be.
Yeah, I love that. And then looking ahead this weekend, just one game this week. I know you had a busy week last week, but taking on Viterbo this weekend. What's the scouting report? What can the fans expect here in the Bultman Center?
Yeah, to be honest, this last day has been a focus on Northwestern and on us improving. And like we talked about defensively, we got to get better. But Viterbo, traditionally, they're a really tough team. Their head coach does an amazing job. He's been there for a long time. They're going to make it tough on us. They're going to be physical. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to execute. And so at the end of the day, we're going to need to do those same things and share the basketball, be unselfish, and then defensively we're going to have to continue taking steps in order to beat Turbo.
Yeah, I don't know if Jesse and Jill are going to score 40 apiece again.
Yeah, we can't plan on that every night. So.
that would be pretty crazy. That would be pretty crazy. But that's all I got for you, Coach. And thank you all for tuning in to the Raiders Coaches Show presented by Iowa State Bank. We'll be back here in 2 weeks on Thursday, same time. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again.
Pop-up thrift store in Redacre.
And we welcome you back into Orange City. Here's some scores from around the GPAC. Start of the second quarter, Dort's leading Concordia 14-0. Midland up over Dakota Wesleyan 17-7. Briarcliff leads Waldorf 7-0. That's in the second quarter. And Morningside leads Mount Marty 28-7, still in the first quarter of that one. And so some interesting scores, but here's some few stats we can quick roll through before kickoff of the second half. The Raiders have run 27 plays for 290 yards. The Tigers have run 40 for 79 yards. Colby Duncan's had a good day, 8 of 17, 225 yards and 4 touchdowns all in the first half.
8 completions, 4 touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good percentage, yeah.
He also leads in rushing, 5 for 32 and a touchdown. Solomon T has 4 rushes for 30 yards. Receiving, Tanner Scouten, 2 catches for 12. He did have that touchdown called back. Sam Remerdy, 2 catches, 65 yards and a touchdown. Connor Slaba, 1 catch, 53 yards and a touchdown. Austin Gerard, 2 for 91 and 2 touchdowns for him. For Doane, Sam Hartman, he's 12 of 19 for 73 yards. For rushing, their leading rusher is Ryan Green. He's got 5 for 15. Leading receiver is Andrew Wado, 6 for 36. Derek Anderson, 4 catches for 31 yards. So there's the first half by the numbers. That was dominated by the Red Raiders. And the Raiders kick off to start the second half. Is going to be taken at about the 10-yard line. That's Green. Green runs it up to the right side, and he's taken down right there. Actually, I'll take that back. That was Cannon Willis on the return there for the Tigers. And so I'd imagine here, Brian, we're probably going to see some second stringers come in this half for the Raiders. I know when I was here, we were typically slow to do that. We'd wait till like the fourth quarter or so, because obviously in college there's no running clock or anything like that. So we'll kind of see how that filters in as the game goes along.
Yeah, and it kind of depends on how healthy guys are and what that all looks like. Right now Northwestern's playing to get into the playoffs, where some of the teams that you were on, you kind of knew.
Right. We had a pretty good idea of where we were going. Hand it off on an outside zone action. He's going to get around, 4 or 5. That was 25. Blake Allen again.
On the stop for Northwestern.
Up tempo here for Doane.
That's good to see. I mean, they're still playing to try to score and get some points here. But here's Hartman back to throw, and that's broken up by Luke Yeltema. Good play by him. Looking for Wado again for Doane.
Really saw the pass happening and broke on it pretty well.
Yeah, just in breaking route that Luke just read from a mile away. Good for him. So 3rd down and 4. Hartman back to throw. Lobs it up near the sideline. It's broken up. Good play by Kyler Fritz in coverage. And he was looking for number 13, Tyshawn Miller. And it's a 3-and-out to start the second half.
Another 3-and-out. They've really struggled to sustain drives. It's got to be the 4th or 5th 3-and-out. Normally this be T-shirt cannon, but must not, because of the temperature, must not be able to use it today.
That's a shame. Last home game of the year, can't even use a T-shirt cannon.
Gosh. Punt game's been an adventure. A couple almost blocked. One for sure blocked. Snap over the head.
think the wind's picking up a little bit here, too. That time the punt gets off cleanly. Bounce at about midfield. Going to take a, well, just kind of hopped
right
up
there.
Stuck right there. Just
like a basketball.
Bounce straight up. Exactly. It's like you dribbled a basketball. But here comes the Raider offense. I see a lot of still kind of first-team guys out there. Duncan still at quarterback. Solomon T. Most of that starting offensive line, I think, minus Tristan Voss, I think just trying to take some snaps off of him. But we'll see. I mean, again, really good field position. That's been the story of the game for the Raiders.
Oh
really good
gosh.
field position.
Yeah. This game has been played on the Doane. There's a T-shirt cannon.
Oh,
there
go.
it was.
We got it to work. Good stuff. Take the handoff. Duncan back to throw. He's going to run the ball, and he'll slide down smartly after a gain of about 6. He might have had Remedy in the flat, but probably a good option there to run.
Yep. Yeah, he did have Remedy there, but it was going to be a short gain.
And so that pump fake really, I mean, it did wonders for him, too.
Yep.
It's like Jarrett Boggs to bite on that fake. 2nd and 4 for the Raiders. Hand it off to T, right side. Solomon T breaks a tackle. And T brings it across the 40, and he's going to have a first down.
Good pickup there.
You know, and the Raiders haven't made a ton of effort to run it with the running backs throughout the year. They're doing a little bit better job, you know, this year. And T's, I think, had a good day.
Yeah, he's done what he's needed to do. You know, a carry like that on 2nd down, picking up the first down.
Got those bright orange shoes, too. It's hard to miss him. And flag down. We might have a false start here.
I think you can count on that.
Penalty, first down.
Now we got the mic at the very end there.
Penalty, first down.
But it was a false start. That'll bring the Raiders back to 1st and 15. It looks like number 22, Lane Mawson, in the game for the Raiders.
Double tight end set out there with Remedy.
Some 12 personnel. Take the handoff. Duncan rolling out to his right, has pressure, has room to run. He's going to run, and he'll slide down again. Hit from behind, no flag, and gains about 5. Gets that penalty yardage back. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
He had Carson Ness way down the field in the corner, 40 yards away.
Almost wonder if he didn't have that pressure, maybe.
Yeah, he would have tried. He was open down there, though.
And really, Duncan hasn't seen a ton of pressure. Again, kudos to that Northwestern offensive line. Bring Remedy in motion left to right. Duncan fakes it again. He'll lob it up to Ness. He's got Ness this time, and he'll catch it around the 20, shove that out of bounds, and Raiders move the chains again.
First down at the 19-yard line.
The long passing game has really been in effect for Northwestern.
Zach Sundquist.
And Duncan's had a good day.
Yeah, and honestly, with a guy that runs like he does, when you have deep routes, it really puts a ton of pressure on the defense because if the quarterback pulls it down, everyone's down the field. That's why he's leading and rushing as well, like complementing his talents.
1st and 10, Northwestern, ball at the 19. Fake it. Oh, it is given to T. T tries to grind his legs. He's going to keep those legs turning, and he gains a couple extra yards.
Yeah, about 5 yards. About 5 yards down inside the People's Bank red zone.
2nd and 6 for Northwestern.
So 2nd down and 6, and looks like the Tigers have a player down on the field. So I think while they attended, and we're going to take a break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC network.
At Sioux Center Health, you are more than a nurse. You are an encourager, lifting spirits with your words and actions. You are a friend, providing comfort and support to your patients and your team. You are a leader, advocating for those in your care every single day. You are more than a nurse. You are amazing.
Corbin Eder from Earl. How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch. Everyone's favorite buffet.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Premier Communications, the Van Engelhoven Insurance Agency, Orange City Ace Hardware, Diamond Vogel Paint, Iowa State Bank, Pepsi Lynn Pepco, Security National Bank, Matt Legg State Farm Orange City, Orange City Health System, American State Bank, and C&H Body Shop. Thanks for being on the team, behind the team.
Raider fans, give them a warm Red Raider welcome. We hope to see you all here next fall.
Hey, welcome back to Northwestern College. Tanner Simdorn walked off the field, and he's an impact player on defense for him. 71 tackles on the year coming in. But the Raiders have 2nd down and 6. Here's Duncan. Stepping up, facing pressure. He's going to slide down again. And Duncan facing a little bit more pressure than I think he did in the first half.
Yep, for sure.
On the stop, number 34.
Also being very intentional about getting down before he gets hit.
3rd and 6.
Now the Raiders are looking to try to get a playoff run here going, and Duncan's obviously a guy they need healthy for that. So he's making some good decisions, and they don't need him, getting injured up 37-0.
Right.
Bring Remedy in motion left to right. Take the handoff. Duncan facing pressure. Throws across the middle. That's caught for a touchdown. Cohen Jacobs. His first touchdown of the year. And the Raiders up 43-0.
Spreading it out. Spreading out the love.
It's been really cool to see, right? I mean, we've had so many different guys come up with big catches. You see Remedy in motion. He has a big touchdown. Hasn't necessarily been scouting. It's been Gerard. It's been Jacobs. Slava's got a catch. Ness has been doing a good job, too. So, yeah, it's been cool to see.
That's what good quarterbacks will do, though. They're not making their reads on one guy every single time.
And the kick from Bennett is up and good. Raiders lead 44-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Orange City Area Health System offers more than you know. The list of on-site specialty services and surgeries you can have here is extensive, with 3 general surgeons and a cutting-edge surgery center. You can receive therapy, rehab, and sports medicine treatment. You can even receive state-of-the-art diagnostic and imaging services. So when you require medical care, ask your doctor if you can get it here. Orange City Area Health System.
It's the team behind the team that supports our 550-plus student athletes. Go to nwc.edu/join
And we welcome you back into Orange City at Corver Field, David Lloyd Stadium. And obviously we're not the only college action going on. We're watching the Indiana-Penn State game right now, and Indiana on the ropes here, 20-17 against Penn State. Here's Kabungo on for the kickoff. He boots it away. And it's taken at about the 5. Running up to the right side, and that's where the Raiders will make a tackle at about the 24-yard line. Once again, it was number 24 on the return, Cannon Willis.
Kick returned by number 24, Cannon Willis.
So 44-0 lead for the Raiders. Hopefully that's the story for all Raider athletics today.
Yeah, seriously, that'd be a great day. See what this penalty is.
Number 34.
Number 34, I think he said.
And with the penalty, the ball spotted on the 10-yard line. First and 10, Tigers.
So first and 10 for Doane. That brought him back to their own 10-yard line. I think seeing a couple new faces in the game for the Raiders. I see Brock Martin, number 99, in there at defensive tackle. Running out to the right side and not a lot doing over there.
Ball carried by number 25, Blake Allen. Takes the ball to the 12-yard line. Tackled there by number 15 for Northwestern, Zach Vandergren.
Zach Vandergren made that tackle as well. Zach's made a couple plays during his opportunities today.
Mm-hmm.
Second down and 8 for the Tigers. Back to throws Hartman. Hartman throws across the middle, almost intercepted by Vandergrind. Oh, my goodness. If he finds a way to get that interception, as he does the seatbelt lockdown celebration, it's probably a pick six.
It would have been a pick six.
We'll take a look at it here. Does a great job in that zone coverage, reading the little simple hitch, and he makes a good play.
Seeing the quarterback's about ready to start throwing and made a break on a receiver.
Third down and 8 for Doane, who hasn't gotten much going here offensively at all today. Here's Hartman, free blitz, throws his swing pass, his outlet route. Carter's there. He'll make the tackle. Good play in open space.
That's completed to number 25, Blake Allen.
It's completed to Blake Allen, but Jordan Carter there for the stop.
He had to make that tackle if they wanted to keep him from getting a first down. Put a ton of pressure on him by blitzing from that side. Good job by Doane to recognize it, but Carter just, Oklahoma drill got him down. As a DB, that's all you need to do. Just get him down.
Exactly. And he probably knew the sticks too. Knew it was third and long. He's like, I don't need to tackle him for a TFL here. I just got to get him, before the sticks.
Down. We got T-shirt cannon getting ready again.
Let's go. And they get the punts off again, and again, Northwestern's going to get great field position.
Inside the 50.
Inside the 50.
Yep.
And they really haven't had to drive that much at all today.
Ball's dead at the 45-yard line. That's where Northwestern takes over.
Let's see here. Looks like still Northwestern trotting out a lot of their first-team guys. Duncan still in the game.
T-shirt shootout sponsored by Security National Bank.
All right, Security National Bank T-shirt cannon. Here we go. Shafoom. Oh, yeah. Why is that so cool?
That gets some good hang time.
Oh, man. Why is that so cool? Those of you that are home and you watched Home Improvement back in the day, I'm way over your head here, but Tim Allen.
I think I remember watching some reruns as a kid growing up.
Yep.
Oh. Duncan fumbled the snap, still gets it off to Tanner Scouten. Scouten makes the catch. Scouten actually falls down at about the 1.
Why does he do that?
Pass complete to number 8, Tanner Scouten.
I'm guessing maybe to
down at the 1-yard line.
It looks like they had a bit of a line change here too. I'm not for sure what the Raiders are doing here, but
yeah, that was really weird. I don't know about all that. They must have somebody go into running back or something, and they're going to try to score a touchdown for somebody.
Could be.
I don't know.
Maybe a senior in there?
Dragstra. Yeah, Dragstra's in the backfield.
Okay, all right, maybe a senior day.
Dragstra's running the Wildcat.
They got a Wildcat with Dragstra. Here we go.
High school teammate.
Dragstra takes a snap, runs to the right. Dragstra fumbles it. Oh, no.
Jacob Dragstra.
Let's see.
On the carry.
He dropped it, and they've recovered it.
Fumble recovered by number 3. With a fumble recovered by the defense.
So recovered by Doane. By Reese Zudevern. Try to give Dragstra a senior day moment. Now that makes a lot more sense.
It makes a little more sense that maybe they installed that for Dragstra. His head could not be hanging lower at this moment.
He's fine. He's
fine.
All conference
Yes.
defensive
All
lineman.
American.
We did not recruit.
Potentially.
We didn't
Yep.
recruit him to do that.
Yep. And their family's been going through some stuff this fall with some surgeries for his dad, and so probably a fun thing to talk about in practice, not ever thinking it's going to happen. And then Tanner Scouten, who can play at to slow the game down, realizing I can make this happen.
Handed off left side.
Blake
Allen again.
Blake Allen takes the ball to the 23-yard line.
Ball up to the 23. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
On the stop for Northwestern, number 11, Aiden Klein. 2nd and 6.
And Brian, I mentioned the Indiana-Penn State game. Penn State just took the lead. As the Raider defense makes another good play there. 3rd down and probably about 5 coming up.
That's crazy.
With all the stuff Penn State has gone through this year, coming into with 5 straight losses, and now they have the number 2 team in the nation on the road.
It's pretty incredible. Sports are a weird thing. That's why so many people love it.
And it comes down to, these guys are just human beings, right?
Yep.
I mean,
Yep, they got stuff going on in their lives, just like any other person that's walking the earth.
3rd and 6, Hartman swings it out right side. And not a lot doing there. Great job defensively by the Raiders. Just a good job just getting off blocks and making a tackle over there.
It looked like they had something set up there, but they couldn't contain the Raiders.
It's just the idea of just refusing to get blocked, really.
It gets 3 on 3, and then
look,
everybody
you see a guy get thrown down, right? It was just great effort.
Number 38, Garrett.
That's another 3 and out.
So I think, we got the T-shirt cannon ready to roll. Good snap, line drive punt, and it's taken, not fair caught, and brought up to about the 44-yard line. That was number 84. That was Connor Slaba.
Connor Slaba takes the ball to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Red Raiders.
And again, still a lot of our first-team guys out there. So it's looking like, I think Coach McCarty is saying, look, your first team is you're playing until probably the end of the 3rd quarter, I guess.
There it comes.
Right in front of us.
Oh, yeah. Anytime he'd do something manly in his garage, that's what he would be doing.
Toss it out. This is Eli Carpenter on the carry. Carpenter cuts it back up, end over end somersaults. And he's got a good game, though.
32, Eli Carpenter takes the ball to the 41-yard line. That's a gain.
Carpenter came into the game, 11 carries, 57 yards on the year. And obviously with an injury at running back, he's getting a few carries here.
Yep. Wide receivers all are turned over now. Trevor Beach is out there. Tyson Baima.
Isaac Winthy in there too. Hand it off to Carpenter again. And good tough running. Gains about 2 or 3 on the play.
If you had to guess who he got tackled by, who would you guess?
Probably their 100 tackle guy. Reese Zuderberg, absolutely.
Yep, and he was.
Yeah. That's a big dude.
He's a big physical guy.
All right, trips out to the left for the Raiders. 3rd down and 5. Fake the handoff. Duncan's going to run up the middle, and he is close to a 1st down, and he's got it, it appears.
Takes the ball to the 34-yard line. Good enough for a Raider 1st down.
Those safeties just got to keep backing up, though.
And if you're going to drop everybody back, then Colby's going to burn you. He's just going to scramble.
Right. And it's only 6 yards, but they needed 5.
Good block here by Griffin Schneider, too. He had a guy on the ground.
You're always pointing out the O linemen.
I have to. First and 10 as I think the wind's picking up a little more. Carpenter, some running room left side.
Eli Carpenter on the carry, takes the ball to the 31-yard line.
No wonder if the Raiders get it inside the 5 or 10, do you think they give Draxler another shot?
I don't believe that they will. I think that was his shot.
And I remember, my senior year here when we had a package in for Draxler. We would come in and block on offense. I think we scored a touchdown when we were all the way down at Drake. We scored a touchdown kind of in a similar package where we had Draxler and at fullback. He laid an insane block against Drake.
Yeah, he's a physical man.
Handed off left side. Different running back in the game this time. That's number 23. That looks like Gavin Barber getting in the game.
Ball carried by Gavin Barber. Takes the ball to the 27-yard line.
And it looks like Carter Van Dong, number 11 in the game as well.
On the stop, number 14, Levon Farah.
So 3rd and 3 for the Raiders as they try to maybe chew a little clock here in the second half.
Are we in field goal range, you think, right here?
With the wind at
the back?
I would say so.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
I think 40-some yard field goal. Gianna's down there.
Yeah, she's warming up.
We'll see what they say.
Hand it off.
Up pick it up
middle.
anyway.
Yep, good job by Barber.
That's number 23, Gavin Barber on the carry.
And these reps, these guys, they're really valuable too. Maybe even if they don't play as much, throughout the rest of the year. I mean, just in the future, these are valuable reps because Barber is. I think these are his first college reps here in a game. So really valuable to get just an idea of just the speed of a college game in game.
Yeah, for sure. And it's hard to step in as a football player and make an impact right away. We've seen some freshmen that have done it this year, but that's definitely the exception to the rule.
Got trips to the right, one to the left here for Northwestern. Duncan, actually, we're going to blow the play dead and call a flag. So we got a false start. That's one thing I think the Raiders can clean up from this game. I think they've had some mental errors in terms of false starts and a couple of offsides penalties and things like that. And so it is a false start.
And the ball spotted out. The 29-yard line brings up 1st and 15 for Northwestern.
So 1st down and 15. I mean, just an interesting situation for a lot of young guys in the game. How do they handle this, right? How do they handle a 1st and 15?
Try to get Remedy matched up.
Got Remedy open.
Oh, he's so wide open.
Dump it off here to the other side. And that's Gavin Barber. Remedy was wide open on the far side.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can take a look at it here. He's running 87, running to your left there. There's nobody over there.
All the guys, he can't believe how open he is.
On the stop, number 34, Zach Sundquist.
But a good play nonetheless. I mean, a 2nd and 4 at the end of the day here. Under a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. Raiders chewing some clock here. Handed off Barber. Good hole right side, and he's close to the sticks.
Ball carried by number 23, Gavin Barber.
And that's probably going to do it for the 3rd quarter.
That'll bring up 3rd and 1 for Northwestern.
Bring up 3rd and 1. Raiders don't have to run another play if they don't want to.
I wonder what field goal range is going the other way. It's probably 4 down territory.
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, they're at the 15. That's not awful. But that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter with the Raiders leading 44-0. You're taking another break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
After 3 periods of play,
Northwestern is a college community that pushes you to be your best and wants you to thrive in ways that you wouldn't think to imagine.
Northwestern College is a community of excellence.
Northwestern College is intentional.
If you love sports, academics, theater, art, whatever your thing is, they give you the means and encourage you to pursue that and succeed at them.
Northwestern is home.
Home. Community.
Family.
Northwestern is home away from home.
Speaking student stocking.
And welcome you back into Orange City. You missed an awesome thing at the break. We had a soccer player come on and kick a field goal. He made it.
Women's soccer coach.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Women's soccer coach, excuse me.
Yeah, that's all right.
And made the field goal. Now everybody in the stadium gets $2 off Scooter's Coffee.
Yeah, if you're trying to stay warm, sitting by the fireplace, listening to Raider football, you're missing out. You're missing out. You missed out on your $2. Unless you bought a ticket. Unless you bought a ticket.
I think you had to scan it in, though.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you were here. If you were here in the first half, you probably snuck out with $2 deal.
All right, 3rd and 1 for the Raiders. Little pistol set. Carpenter back in the game. And hand it off to him to the right side. Lowers his shoulder. He's got enough for a first down.
Ball carried by number 32, Eli Carpenter. Takes the ball to the 13-yard line, and that's good enough for a Northwestern first down. On the stop, number 31, Keegan Shore.
I'm just watching Voss and Dragstra down here talking to each other.
And those two are best friends. Like, those two love each other. And it's fun seeing. It was always fun seeing those two just interact with each other in general. They're two goobers, to be honest with you. 2 receiver set, 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Man in motion right to left. Hand off to Carpenter again to the right side. He's got room. Carpenter down the sideline for a touchdown. There's 50 points for the Raiders, and Eli Carpenter gets in on the scoring.
He's pretty fired up.
Which for Carpenter, I believe that's his first college touchdown. So I believe he doesn't have a touchdown listed on the stats. So good for him. Congratulations to Carpenter.
I'd be fired up too.
Good block in there on the edge by Remberty. And the Raiders extend their lead to 50. And Gianna Bennett's been perfect on her PATs today. Snap good, spot is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 51-0 Red Raiders lead. We'll take another break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Northwestern is a college community that pushes you to be your best and wants you to thrive in ways that you wouldn't think to imagine.
Northwestern College is a community of excellence.
Northwestern College is intentional.
If you love sports, academics, theater, art, whatever your thing is, they give you the means and encourage you to pursue that and succeed at them.
Northwestern is home.
Home. Community.
Family.
Northwestern is home away from home.
Welcome back into Orange City. Some scores from around the GPAC. Dordt leads Concordia 28-14, close to halftime. Midland up over Dakota Wesleyan 31-7 at halftime. Briarcliff over Waldorf 21-0 at halftime. And Morningside up 42-13 against Mount Marty. That one's at the 2-minute timeout. And then our women's basketball team still early in the game leads Grandview 8-7. That's with 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Also, Raider fans, Orange City Area Health System is your partner for safe, skilled, and essential services from family medicine to behavioral health, sports medicine to therapy and rehab, surgery to senior care. They offer the right care in the right place at the right time at Orange City Area Health System. A fumble on the kick return, but recovered by Doane. And we just got handed the stats after 3 quarters. Colby Duncan, 315 passing yards on only 12 completions, 5 passing touchdowns. And he's got a rushing touchdown, too.
And he could have one more passing touchdown.
If that one...
If Tanner...
A couple to Tanner.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it could be inflated a lot more. And Duncan's got 49 rushing yards, too. So, and he's spreading it around, too. I think I counted 8 different receivers to have a catch today. So, Been really a well-oiled machine, the Raider offense today. Handoff left side, and there's not a lot of running room there for number 25, Blake Allen. And also, Raider fans help support Red Raider Athletics by joining the Raider Athletic Association. It's a team behind the team that supports our 550-plus student athletes. Go to nwciowa.edu/join RAA to join today. Second down and long, almost lost the snap. Did Hartman, throws across the middle. He's got Allen, makes a move. He's got a first down. There goes Allen. He's got some room across midfield.
Yeah, broke a couple tackles. Should have
play.
Should have been corralled right at the first down sticks, but found a way to make a couple guys miss. And these are the tackles that when you get these opportunities, you want to really try to make. And
Northwestern's got a few backups in there too, but I think our coaching staff still wants to see them make those tackles.
Yep.
Handoff left side. That's Allen again. Gain about 3 or 4. And so some of the newer guys in the game, I see number 51, Sam Clausen in the game. I see number 20. I don't have a number 20 defensive player in my roster here.
Ridge Kramer.
Oh, they take that back. I should know that. I'm a West Lyon guy, for goodness sakes. He's a West Lyon guy. Raiders bring a blitz. Throw it across the middle. Good play. It's number 25. That was Noah Lopez. Lopez has been around a while. Good to see him come in and make a play. Looks like Austin Harris in the game, too. Number 45. Looks like Jackson Tadlock's in the game. I see Brock Fisher out there. Gabe Heights in the game. I think Will Bunn is still in there. He's been playing, though. Cale Aaron's in the game. Third down and 6 for Doane. Good pocket. It's collapsing. Tadlock misses a sack. Hartman throws down the sideline. It's caught inside the 20.
Just a completely broken play. Good job by Doane to convert on that.
That's Waito on the catch. Not back to back, but 2 big plays on this drive for Doane as they try to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Tadlock had him. He just missed on it.
Hartman pumps, throws across the middle. That might have gotten tipped to the line. Ridge Kramer was in there too.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for Doane.
Bring up 2nd and 10. Looks like number 99 for the Raiders, Charlie Hamilton, checks into the game. We'll send Tadlock out. Second and 10, man in motion right to left. Hand it off. Left side, Allen. Good play by Gabe Heights.
That was just wrap him up, give him a bear hug, pull him down to the ground.
Good physical play, too, by Gabe there.
Yeah. He got both arms underneath his armpits.
Sounds like he's got a fan club here,
He's
too.
got a couple people that like him. You love it.
All right, 3rd and 10. Actually, more like 3rd and 8, but 3rd and 7 now
We can wish.
So we'll see what the second team defense can do here. Back to passes. Hartman faces pressure, avoids it, rolling out to his right, throws across his body. It's caught. Good, strong catch by Waito. He's not quite at the first down marker, though.
Yeah, where are they going to give his forward progress? Looks like to the 9.5. Oh, yeah.
So 4th and 1. 4th and 1 for this Raider defense.
We got to take a timeout. The defense didn't know what they were doing.
And that's going to happen when you have new guys in there.
Timeout. Northwestern, their first charge. Timeout.
But really, this game, I think it's been won with Northwestern really winning field position for one. I mean, just Duncan having an insane day. Defense has played. It's been complimentary football all the way around, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the field position alone would make it difficult for anybody to keep a team off the scoreboard. But the way that the defense has been playing is like to make it 51-0. That's why it's 51-0.
But as the Raiders huddle up there just trying to get things figured out, I'm assuming we're not going to see any more of the starters into the game. I think offensively you might see Bo Bush a little bit at quarterback too. But it's always a good sign we can put your second teams in there with 10 minutes left to go in the game.
Right.
So
that's good. Like you said earlier, there's valuable experience to get the game to slow down for these guys, and some of these guys in the next 3 years are probably going to be really impactful players for Northwestern, and their snaps that they get in this game are going to help slow the game down to get them to be that quicker.
Exactly right. 4th and 1. They come up with a big stop here. Hartman going to keep it himself right side, and I think he just did get it. Yeah, got it by a couple yards. So.
Hartman takes the ball to the 7-yard line.
Now, our first string defense, they had a couple drives where they bent but didn't break, and our second team defense do the same thing.
Yeah, they're going to need to stop it here.
It's like an injured Raider. I think that's Barrett Bleeker down. While they're tending to him, actually, no, we'll keep it right here. He's getting up. So, 10:03 left to go. Bleeker looks like walking off a little gingerly there.
Yep. He's trying to get off the field.
And it looks like they're just going to call full timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Fairway, Subway Orange City, Joyner and Zwart Dentistry.
Good timeout, whatever. And we're back in Orange City. 1st and goal. Back to pass is Hartman. Hartman facing pressure, throws across the middle, and that is a Doane touchdown. Blake Allen on the catch. And Doane on the board. They avoid a shutout.
They avoid the shutout, yep. And the Raiders, not happy about that. But
just kind of knew where the goal line was, stopped right there, and just, good throw.
Yeah, getting these guys these snaps is more important than keeping the shutout.
Now the first PAT of the game for the Tigers. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. Kind of a low line drive, but it's no good. 51-6 will remain your score. We'll take another break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
Northwestern 51, Doane 6.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Fairway, Subway Orange City, Joyner and Zwart Dentistry, Vanderburg Homes Furniture and Flooring, Joe's TV and Appliance, 4-Way Roofing, DNL Plumbing, Northwest Realty, and Sioux Center Health. Thanks for being on the team, behind the team.
And we welcome you back into Orange City. And we're watching the Indiana-Penn State game up here too. Indiana driving, 1st and goal, 48 seconds left to go. Penn State leads 24-20. I saw the look on your face when you saw the score and where they were at.
Yeah, that's a classic football game. That's what you would love to watch.
So we'll get a look at a lot more of our second string Raiders here offensively as the kickoff is taken just before the 30, cut back up, and I believe that was Slaba. on the return, up past the 30. And yes, we do, I think, have, looks like a full line change offensively. Try to get some of those names and numbers as we go along here. So first off, it actually looks like your quarterback here is going to be Dylan Elrod. 6 foot, 195-pound quarterback. Hands it off here at left side. And it's Gavin Barber again. He gains about a couple here. And I see we have
Gavin Barber, gain of 2 yards.
Few different offensive linemen in the game. I see Owen Heed in there, number 63. Looks like Joel Baines in there. Evan Maxwell in there on the offensive line. Rocco Sauer. It's like number 62 in there, Logan Miles. He had to start a couple games for the Raiders, a couple games in a row. So he's playing at center. He had to play at guard, I believe, when he came in the game. And they're going to call a flag here. Looks like the play clock ran down.
That's part of the things are going fast. Learning, like, we're trying to get everybody set and the motions to happen, and quarterback's not really paying attention to what the clock says.
And it looks like Blake Mosier in the game at receiver too. A lot of new faces in for the Raiders, getting some valuable experience here. Fake the handoff. And that pass is incomplete. I think the Raiders sideline wanted pass interference. Don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think that there was anything there.
I think it's just going for the ball there.
Yep.
Brings up 3rd and 13 for Northwestern.
That'll bring up 3rd and 13. How aggressive do they get here with Dylan Elrod?
I think you try to pick up the first down. Oh.
Interesting snap. Screen out here to the right side through the hands. That was Damon By.
Brings up 4th and 13 for Northwestern.
It snapped him a changeup.
Yeah, I think that just kind of threw the offense off a little bit there. Or just kind of threw the play off there.
The timing was just a little different.
And so I think a lot of these second string guys, I think they don't get a lot of game reps, right? Maybe some of these guys play in the JV games and stuff like that, but even those games are limited to maybe 2 or 3 a year.
Yep. Heart rate's a little bit different.
Right.
It's a high snap.
And knuckleball punt, yeah, you're exactly right, but it still gets across the 40 to about the 39-yard line.
And the ultimate punt rolls dead at the 39-yard line, and that's where the Tigers.
I think some of these guys in the game, too, I think they don't get as many reps during the week as Indiana throws in the end zone on 3rd and goal, caught for a touchdown. You're kidding me. We're calling 2 games at the same time here, but Indiana had an insane throw and catch to get a foot down in the end zone. Oh, my goodness. We're both squinting to see if he got his foot down.
Oh, it's out.
He might be out of bounds. All right. False alarm maybe, but we'll get back to this game. And, looks like Rich Kramer might have jumped off sides, but he got back across. Handed off right side to Allen. Good tackle by Cale Aarons.
25, Blake Allen takes the ball to the 41-yard line.
Oh, he actually might be in.
That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Well, that's a way better angle.
On the stop for
Talking about the Indiana game, by the way. Not that one. Not this one. But 2nd down and 8. Bad snap. Hartman still corrals it. He'll step up and run. He's got some room. He'll slide down. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 3.
It's always hard to me to know where these guys start their slide. Because they're supposed to spot it where they start their slide.
It's hard to spot that, I would think. So
got both feet in. That's incredible.
For Indiana. Hand off to Allen. Left side. Allen cuts it back up. He's got a first down.
Ball carried by number 25, Blake Allen. Takes the ball down to the 47-yard line. First down for the Tigers.
So first down and 10 for the Tigers. Under 7 left to go.
Number 25, Noah Lopez.
Noah Lopez in on that last stop. Hartman throws here near side. Waito, he's been good today. And Waito's corralled. That's by number 23, Austin Harris.
Takes the ball to the 37-yard line. First and 10 for Doane.
Feels like we're in the last minute of this game, kind of with the pace that Doane's going, but that's still 6.5 minutes to go.
Hand off to Allen. Cuts it back up. And he's got a gain of about 4 or 5.
They're putting a ton of pressure on the Raider defense with this up-tempo.
And and that's tough, right? When you're not used to that, we don't have a lot of reps.
Yeah, it's already going fast, and now it's going faster. Can't even gather my thoughts on where I'm supposed to guard. Who am I covering here?
Hartman has time, loses it, steps up. He's got room. And he'll slide. Ooh, the Raiders might get a penalty here. Nothing called. Doane sideline wanted a flag, but we're not going to get it. You could argue a late hit.
Yep, you could. Again, it's like it's the same thing as officials. Hard to spot. It's hard to stop.
And so I think he did try to let up there. And that was, let's see here, Colton Koopmans. Third down and 2. Handoff Allen will cut it back up. And he's got himself a first down.
Okay, by number 25, Blake Allen takes the ball to the 26-yard line. Good enough for a first down for the Tigers.
So first down and 10 for the Tigers at about the 26-yard line. Hartman has time. Across the middle, got his tight end once again.
Complete to number 81, Derek Anderson.
Again, complete to Anderson, who's had a good day today.
Great day.
Got the wind knocked out of him by Ben Egley, but he's come back and played pretty well. Kind of on just kind of throws like that where he just kind of finds space somewhere.
Yep. Touchdown did stand, by the way.
For Indiana Penn State, for anybody trying to keep up with both games. And Hartman avoids a sack. Gets off a good throw and a good catch by Allen.
Pass complete to number 25, Blake Allen. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line.
So ball spotted at the
First and 10
12 or so yard line, so Doane can get a first down without a touchdown. We're going to throw into the end zone, and it's caught but out of bounds.
Yeah, way out of bounds.
Brings up second and 10.
Down inside the People's Bank red zone. Second trip for Doane down in here. Second consecutive also.
So 51-6, your Raider lead. It's been an offensive explosion. Defense has played really well as well.
Did they miss the extra point? Did I miss that?
They did. They did miss the extra point. Yep.
I missed that.
Hands it off. Allen. Some room right up the gut there.
Takes the ball to the 8-yard line. Brings up third
Down to the
and
8.
7.
Brings up a big 3rd and 7, and it looks like Allen is hurt. Judging by his body language, it looks like, it might be a major thing. So we'll go ahead and take a break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC network.
Looking for that perfect home? There's more to it than finding that perfect house in the perfect neighborhood. It's also important to find a personal banking experience that makes you feel right at home. At Iowa State Bank, we get that. That's why we're here to personally service your loans and make that dream home become a reality. We're your neighbor, your friend, your trusted bank.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Welcome back to Orange City. Can our second string defense get a stop here on third down? Hartman brings a man in motion right to left. Hartman's going to throw. Here near side, he's got Waito. Waito's got a touchdown. Back-to-back touchdown drives for the Tigers. Makes it 51-12. Don't miss the PAT the first time around. And for the PAT, spot is down, kick is up, and it is good. 51-13 is your score. We'll take another break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
All athletes need energy to perform at their best. That's why Scooters Coffee in Orange City is a proud sponsor of Red Raider athletics. Whether it's the grind of late-night studying, that post-practice pick-me-up, or a reason to hang out with your friends, Scooters Coffee is there to fuel Northwestern athletes in all of their endeavors. Open 7 days a week, stop in and grab whatever fuels you off Highway 10 in Orange City. Scooters Coffee, a proud sponsor of Northwestern Red Raider athletics.
Welcome back into Orange City, 51-13. Raiders led 51-0 at one point. Doane has scored the past 2 touchdowns as the Raiders look to put the finishing touches on this commanding GPAC win. As they look to receive the kickoff from DeYoung. He's just going to squib it. Picked up at about the 25-yard line. Some room, and he'll bring it up to about the 39. That was Caleb Moore. You got to think, I'm assuming the Raiders probably going to try to maybe chew the rest of this clock here.
Yeah, I think that they would love to do that. Going to need to pick up a couple first downs probably.
I'm assuming the only clock stoppage is going to be the 2-minute timeout.
I think they give. They may pass it if one of those down and distance situations comes up. I don't think it's guaranteed that they're going to run. I think they want to run, but when you have your backup quarterback in, you also want to get him some quality reps and not just be back there handing it off.
Fake the handoff. Elroy taking a shot deep to Slaba. Slaba's, it went right through his hands.
Dylan Elrod's pass falls incomplete.
And so Slab had the touchdown earlier, just couldn't quite come up with that one.
From our angle, it looked like he caught it for a pretty brief second.
And in case you're wondering, Penn State did lose to Indiana. So Indiana remains unbeaten after that scare. Handed off right up the middle. And a couple hard-earned yards there to bring up third down.
Ball carried by number 23, Gavin Barber.
So Barber on that carry.
Up to the 43-yard line.
Bring up third and 7.
On the stop, number 93, Caden Zuckerberg.
I don't know what Elrod's escapability is.
I think, is this his first action?
I don't remember him in home games for sure. I don't know if he's played on the road.
Fake the handoff. Step up with the pocket. Here's his escapability, and he can't quite escape that tackle.
That wasn't.
And it was hard.
That was
going
to be difficult. Yep.
Takes the ball to the 42-yard line.
But the clock was running.
And Doane took a timeout.
Yep.
That'll bring up a 4th and 8 when we return.
So an impressive game here for the Raiders, and they're still kind of on the outside looking in when it comes to playoff talk. They got a win next week, you would think, to have a chance against a pretty solid Concordia team.
Yep. It's going to be, and Concordia is going to need to win that game to make the playoffs too, probably. You know, they're down to Dordt currently. You know, and if they lose that game, they're going to be tied with Northwestern in the standings, and 4 teams aren't going to make it from the GPAC. Right. So, you know, in a way, not guaranteed, but in a way, that's a playoff game. The winner of that game has a much better shot, and the loser's out.
You know, and I think just traditionally, I know Concordia typically gives us a really good game. They beat us last year. I know we would have an issue with them. You know, when I was here too, I remember my senior year we played down there in Seward. We had a shootout going back and forth offensively in the heat. And I think the year we won the national championship, they played us here. We were down 10-0 at halftime. That was the game where Jalen Gramsci came in the second half and ran away with it. So, you know, this, like I said, a really solid team in Concordia that the Raiders have to play next week.
Yeah, and they've been building their program up, and you know, they're kind of to the brink of the playoffs last year and brink of the playoffs this year. So for sure, it's going to be a good challenge for the Raiders.
And you could have argued that Concordia could have made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, it was a three-way tie with Dordt, Northwestern, and Concordia. Everyone beating each other head-to-head, and Northwestern and Dordt earned those 2 opportunities, and Concordia was left out.
And a new punter in the game. Maybe a hand got on that one. And on that punt looks like Tan Groendijk.
All right. Orange City kid, Alton, MOC Floyd Valley High School.
Did one of your baseball guys too?
No, he played high school baseball, but he's not playing for us currently. No. Knuckleball specialist, really good reliever for the high school team.
You got to imagine the knuckleball has got to be thrown really well. Probably the toughest pitch to hit.
Yeah, toughest pitch to catch.
Well, you see, MLB catchers even whiff on those.
If it's hard to catch, it's hard to hit.
So 2:12 left, probably one more play into the 2-minute warning. They're going to hand it off. And that was number 10, Quinton Archer. He transferred from Ottawa University on that carry. That'll bring us to that 2-minute timeout. And we're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching Red Raider Football on the GPAC Network.
Come to Northwestern because ideally I was looking for a smaller campus that involved faith, and once I came on my visit, it just really felt like a place I could call home. I really enjoy the community. You're just surrounded by people that love the Lord and they're grounded in their faith, and there's nothing more you could ask for there. I'm most grateful for my relationships that I've been able to form here at Northwestern. It's so cool to see different people coming from different places, but all coming together as one.
Welcome back to Orange City. Just coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Probably Doane's last chance to get some points here.
You a Hawkeye fan?
I am a big Hawkeye fan. And so that game's about to start right now. So
big game down in Iowa City.
I have been fired up about this game all week. So
How good is Weegin?
Insanely good. Williamsburg kid from Iowa. I think as a team playing against Weegin, you're always scared of him taking one back, 100%. Took one back last week against Minnesota. So 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders here.
Tigers.
Excuse me, for the Tigers. Take that back. Here's Hartman. Time. He's got Waito for a first down as he breaks a tackle, and clock keeps moving as it's brought up to about the 50-yard line.
Takes the ball to the 49-yard line. First and 10 for the Tigers.
Looks like they're getting some rain. I didn't know it was going to rain down there.
Hartman facing pressure, lobs it deep. He's got a man open down the sideline. He's got him. And that was DeRiso, one of the really good receivers, down the sideline. And the Tigers in business once again.
There's some good momentum for Doane heading into their last game.
I mean, it's good to see them. I mean, I think their effort's been good, I think, really all game.
Yeah.
And it's continued into these last 3 drives as they look to finish the season strong next week. Hartman has thrown the ball a lot tonight. Rolling out to his right, cutting it up, trying to make a move, and he'll be forced out of bounds at about the 3.
Takes the ball to the 3-yard line.
So we are just over a minute to go in this one.
Short of the line of game, brings up 2nd and 1.
So timeout for Northwestern. We lead 51-13, trying to keep the Tigers out of the end zone one last time. They scored their past 3 drives on, a lot of the Raiders' 2s and probably some 3s in there as well. I mean, what can you just say about how the Raiders have performed today?
Yeah, their offensive performance in the first half got this game to a point where they can put their 2s in for an extended period of time, and that's what we've seen. And it's really hard to keep your foot on the gas at the level that they played in the first 21 minutes of the game. It was 37-0, 21 minutes into the game. And, since that point, Northwestern's leading 14-13, but they were ahead 37-0. So, you're frustrated you give up the 13 points, but you also put 51 and up on the scoreboard, and you played at a really high level for a short amount of time that got you some points quickly.
Whenever you have 2s going against 1s, for another team, that also makes it pretty tough as well. 2nd down and 1 from the 4. Hartman running the football, and he has got a touchdown for Doane.
Sam Hartman, touchdown Doane.
So that brings it up to 51-19.
We do attempt the PAT number 48, Ifar DeYoung.
That brings up Ifar DeYoung. I think when I was looking into this, I think Doane's kicker DeYoung is from the Netherlands.
Actually from the Netherlands.
And the kick is up, and it is good. 51-20. We'll take a break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.
51, Doane 20.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Connected Electric, Scooters of Orange City, People's Bank, Huber's Plumbing, Heating and Air, The Yard Bar and Grill, the City of Orange City, Orange City Health System, Pizza Ranch, Trans OVA Genetics, Sekisui Aerospace, Mulder Auto Tire and Repair, Hampton Inn Orange City, and New Day Consignment. Thanks for being on the team, behind the team.
And welcome back to Orange City. Some more scores from around the GPAC. Our women's team playing right now over in the Boltman, winning 40-29, just starting the 3rd quarter there. Morningside up on Mount Marty, 42-13, just starting the 3rd quarter. Briar Cliff over Waldorf, 21-0 in the 3rd quarter. Midland beating Dakota Wesleyan, 38-7 in the 3rd quarter. And then Dort leading Concordia, 28-14, that one at halftime. So obviously some big games we're watching out for, especially that Dort Concordia game.
Yep, that's a big game for Northwestern's playoff hopes. I don't know where Concordia's ranked. I feel like they're probably ahead of the Raiders currently.
.103 left to go. I'd assume when the Raiders get the ball back, they're probably going to kneel this thing out.
They're expecting an onside kick here.
Oh, they are. It's 100% an onside kick. And so an onside kick coming in for the Tigers. And Not a bad kick, and looks like it's recovered by the Raiders. Great job by Eli Carpenter. And here comes that Raider offense, and
they're kind of fired up. Like,
interesting. They got the ones out there. The Raiders do.
Ball spotted on the 48-yard line.
I think they took offense to Doane calling the timeout. I think they took offense to Doane calling a timeout there with 2 minutes left.
That could be it, or the onside kick too.
But
at the same time, we had Jacob Dragster over here.
Yes, yes, and if I'm on the other sideline, like if you don't want us to call timeout to extend the clock, run the ball. And Northwestern passed the ball on 1st and 10 and had the incomplete pass. So like, in my opinion, I don't think Doane's wrong for doing that. They're playing the game. Like you play 60 minutes of football.
Right, they're trying to complete the game.
Yep. And so I don't know that I would put my ones back out there.
I don't know if it's worth the risk.
Right.
Especially coming cold off the bench.
First and 10, Northwestern.
But here we are.
Fake the handoff. Duncan going to throw. Going to throw it off to Solomon T. T's got some room. T to the 30. And he's got a first down and then some.
Solomon T. Takes the ball to the 27-yard line. First and 10, Northwestern.
And the Raiders running hurry up too.
On the stop, number 6, Tanner Sindor.
Fake the handoff to T again. Throwing it deep down the right side. It's going to be picked off.
Pass intercepted by number 41, Ricardo Briones.
I just don't know what the whole point of all this is. I know Northwestern's on the bubble and trying to make your resume look good.
And that could have been behind that too.
Yep. Same thing, they've got the ones coming back out on defense. Not wanting to give up any more points. But it's still a 31-point victory.
Right. And then I think you can look at a box score and say, oh, look, the Raiders were up 51-0 too. But here's Hartman looking to throw. Throws across the middle. He's tackled for a gain of about 6.
Quinton Archer. Ball's at the 14-yard line.
Completed to Quinton Archer.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 as Doane goes hurry up now. And that's going to be a sack for the Raiders. Ball's on the ground and recovered by Doane. Lane Kenyon on their sack. And that is going to do it. End of the game theatrics. But it ends with a Northwestern 51-20 win. We'll go ahead and take a break. You're watching Red Raider football on the GPAC Network.